98.5. 20 newscasts a week means we're committed to keeping you informed on local events. You can also find news when you want it at WPKYonline.com. Thanks for listening to 1580 103.3 WPKY.
Happy holidays from Pennyrile Electric. Did you know that outage information is right at the tip of your fingers? Pennyrile Electric works hard to ensure the power stays on. But when something unforeseeable happens, they make it easy for you to stay informed. All you have to do is send a text to 85700. That's 85700. Save Pennyrile Electric in your contacts at 85700 for easy use in the future. It is our wish for you that your season be warm and bright. Happy holidays from Pennyrile Electric.
Did you get some Christmas cash, or you just need to save some cash after Christmas? Either way, you can save big and make your money go further with our After Christmas sale going on now. Save an additional 20% off your total order in our Big Deal store. No code needed. Visit WPKYonline.com now and visit our Big Deal store to make your money go farther when you save big on great deals today.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to reach your fitness and well-being goals. Whether you're into yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, or weightlifting, Trilogy has something for the whole family. Family discounts available, and your first 2 weeks are free. Located in Princeton behind Cash Express. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports.
Time to head live to the gym for a preview of tonight's action with the WPKY Sports Crew on 1580 103.3 WPKY. The WPKY Caldwell County pregame show is on the air. 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the cab for the West Kentucky Hoops Classic coverage here on WPKY. This is the Athletic Center pregame show. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. They carry a great selection of shoes for sports, school, work, or leisure. And if you need something customized, they can do that too. They do screen printing and embroidery also. That's at the Athletic Center in Princeton. Dennis Stevens, Bob Hayes, John Miller, Tess Cowan has joined us here at the broadcast booth. Todd Griffin here for YourSportsEdge.com. Taking some pictures. He'll have a lot of stories coming up. Bob, a great way to get underway here this afternoon. Mayfield Lady Cardinals scored a huge upset over Webster County in the opener here by 9 points in that one. Right now, Paducah Tillman and Clarksville Northeast in the second game of the tournament going on. Clarksville with a 15-point lead at this point. That's the team that Caldwell County closes this classic with tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. 14 games over the span of 2 days. And Caldwell County boys and girls with a game each day in this classic. So a lot of basketball here at the Cab. Come on up. Still a dozen games to go after this one.
It's going to be a day and another day of good basketball, Dennis. I'm kind of engaged in the game going on down here in front of me right now.
Yeah, Tillman made a little bit of run and made it a game for just a little bit. But right now, Clarksville about to pull away with this one.
Tillman probably will resort to fouling here, but Clarksville Northeast real athletic.
Yeah, it's been a game up and down the court at a pretty fast pace in this one. This afternoon, we're going to start our coverage as the Caldwell County Lady Tigers take on the Louisville Central Yellowjackets. Caldwell County Lady Tigers 4-3 on the season, winners of their last two over Todd Central and University Heights. The Yellowjackets are a team out of the 7th region, and listen to some of these teams in that region. You've got Sacred Heart, Christian Academy of Louisville, Male, Central, Ballard, a lot of great teams in that 7th region. So it's a tough schedule for those kids. I think they come in at, let me check here, 5-3 on the season. They won their last one over Fern Creek, 77-36.
So we don't know really what to expect with the Louisville Central, although they have some height on that team. They got 2 6-footers and some 5'11", but we don't, and probably blessed with a lot of quickness.
A couple of things that stood out to me: they're not a high-scoring team, coming in averaging right at 50 points a ball game, 49.7 I think it was. But the thing that jumped out at me, these kids are averaging 30 rebounds a ball game. So Caldwell County has got the work cut out for them on the boards.
It means, what that means, Dennis, is we better have our shots go in.
Either go in or you better be putting a rear end on somebody and blocking them out, because they have some tall young ladies on this team, and it could be a long night on the offensive boards if we don't take care of business at that end.
And the other thing that we're without again for the second game is Jada Boyd serving her second game of a 2-game suspension. So we're a little short-handed to start with today.
Yeah, she'll be back in action tomorrow for the Lady Tigers. Bob and I will have these two, and then it will be Bob and Todd Griffin tomorrow for Lady Tiger basketball in the afternoon, and then the nightcap, Caldwell County boys will close out with Clarksville North. Is it Northeast or Northwest?
Northeast.
Northeast that we are going to close this one out with. Bob, a couple of reminders, and then we're going to take a quick break and get ready to start breaking down this girls game coming up. The afternoon local news, usually heard at 5 o'clock, will be on after our coverage this afternoon. We're guessing somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 o'clock or so. So tune in for that. It'll be on right after our coverage of Tiger basketball this afternoon as they play Southwind in the second game of our coverage. And Bob, I'll let you give a little bit of bad news concerning the death of somebody that's associated with Goodwin Insurance, that sponsors and really plays a huge part in bringing this classic to Princeton.
And it is with great sadness that we report the death of June Goodwin on Wednesday of this week, whose daughter is married to Tori Hammett, Jennifer. And, you know, it's just anytime you lose a family member, it's traumatic, but especially in this time of the season, it just doesn't, takes a hard time to get used to and accept.
And our prayers certainly go out to the family as they cope through that, and it's got to be on their minds as they try to put on this kind of a classic with all these teams coming in 14 games in 2 days to have to take care of that too. So our prayers and thoughts certainly go with the Goodwin and Hammett families.
And certainly with Tori being the mainstay of this tournament and has been for the last 3 years. So tough time for the Hammett family and the Goodwin family.
So Northeast pulls away with an easy win over Paducah Tillman as that game finishes up. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll start looking at some of the Lady Tigers to keep an eye on, and also let you know about the leading scorers and rebounders for the Yellowjackets of Louisville Central. All that coming your way on the Athletic Center pregame show. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, so stay tuned. This is Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Jefferson Street is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
We've all heard the phrase service above self or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Ladies, all the latest trendy boutique styles are waiting for you at Magnolia 2 Boutique in Hopkinsville. We have an amazing selection of apparel that celebrates women of all ages, sizes, and styles. You'll love our jewelry, accessories, and handbags, including our new Bed Stew collection. And we have entire rooms dedicated to curvy size styles and shoes. Our selection and prices cannot be beat, and we can't wait to see you. You'll find us at 5120 Princeton Road, Hopkinsville, or shop with us online at Magnolia2, that's TOO.com.
As a community-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for the Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all of the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Tate Van Hooser, Addie Vinson, Kendra Winters, and Lily Horde.
Aren't you tired of missing out on what's being said? Hearing loss takes away so much of your life, you just don't realize what you're missing. Wouldn't it be nice to finally hear conversations at your family gatherings, especially those sweet voices of your grandchildren? Why not do something about it today? Call Audubell Hearing Center in Princeton at 270-554-1900. I'm owner Donnie Baker, helping you hear well at Audubell.
10,641,945,600 inches, 886,828,800 feet, 295,609,600 yards, 167,960 miles.
That's how far the staff at Pennyroyal Hospice traveled last year to serve clients in their 5-county area. If Pennyroyal Hospice traveled 6 3/4 times around the world to serve last year, imagine what they can do for you and your loved one today. Pennyroyal Hospice, living to the fullest.
WPKY Princeton.
And we're back at the Cab, continuing on with the Athletic Center pregame show as we get ready for the Lady Tigers and the Yellowjackets of Louisville Central here in the Hoops Classic. The Athletic Center is your one-stop shop for all of your sports needs, so check them out. Whatever the sport, the Athletic Center has you covered from head to toe. Bob, Caldwell County Lady Tigers coming in, playing some pretty good basketball, picked up a big win over UHA in their last outing without the services of Jada Boyd, who, as you mentioned, is setting out that 2-game suspension for a little scuffle in the, I think it was a Todd Central ball game. So she'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon. But a big win, as that's the team Caldwell County is going to open with in the All-A Classic in the first round. So a win over the UHA Lady Blazers would advance us in that tournament also.
A big win, and especially when we beat them over on their home floor, which is a tough place to play. And without Jada, we were in foul trouble, I understand, in the first half of that game. But we held on, persevered, got some great shooting down the stretch, I understand, and prevailed in that game.
Yeah, I heard Bella McConnell, of course. You guys were doing the Todd Central game. I was off that night. Bella McConnell had a strong game. And
JC had 20. JC was what kept us in the game in the first half, I understand.
So those two kids are the names you're going to mention with Caldwell County. Jaggers, the leading scorer on the season at 13.1, not far behind. Bella McConnell has brought that scoring average up the last couple of games. She's at double figures with 10.3 a game. So those Lady Tigers are going to go usually how those two kids go in the scoring column.
Exactly, and we've got to get a good effort inside tonight from Bella and Carson on the defensive boards to take care of obviously an athletic Louisville Central Yellow Jacket team.
Yeah, they rebound well. As we said, the Yellow Jackets averaging 30 rebounds a ball game. So Carson Parker, as you mentioned, Bella McConnell, who's going to have to fight inside, and we know she's going to give every ounce that she can. Even on down to Morgan McDaniels inside is going to play I think a key role today. So you can't give up a lot of offensive boards to this Louisville Central team, or it could be a long afternoon here in the Hoops Classic.
And that's something that we don't want the game to get away from us early in the contest.
Not a real big scoring unit for Louisville Central, though, as you look at their scoring averages. Only one player in double figures on the season. That's number 25, Taylor Price, averaging 12.2 a game. But after that, a really spread out, balanced offense. You got kids averaging 7.8, 8.2, 6.7, just anywhere between 6 and 8 points a ball game between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other kids. So a very balanced scoring attack by Central. You can't let anybody get loose because it sounds like everybody's capable of making a shot they're going to put in. But the Price kid may be the one you want to keep an eye on.
I would think that we've identified who the Louisville Central scorers are, and obviously we'll have our better defensive players on them. But and that's the other thing, since we don't get the Courier Journal anymore, and since there's no Lichtgenhaus rating anymore, Dennis, this is sort of an idea as to how strong is Louisville Central. I know they're in a tough region in the Louisville area, but still that doesn't gauge how tough they are. So I was just looking at them shooting down here. They're not exactly filling up the hole with shots, but it looks like they're pretty sound fundamentally too.
Well, it's a team that's, as we said, only averaging a little over 49 a ball game. So look for this one to maybe be low scoring unless Caldwell can get a hot hand somewhere along the way. And we know Coach Mitchell's impressed us all year. We've got to meet him some in the fall and several times at the gyms over the first quarter of the season so far. You know somewhere he's watched film on Louisville Central. He really prepares for every ball game for the Lady Tigers, and the players seem to appreciate that in him. That's one of the things that they like about their new coach, is that he's prepared and knows what he wants to do with every opponent on the schedule this season.
Well, I think with any coach, I know that you look at film, you try to find out where their weaknesses are and certainly what their tendencies are, and then put that out on a scouting report. Then hopefully the girls will learn from that and work on that and pick up their keys. Like if this girl likes to go to her left, shut her down. Don't let her go to her left. Or if she shoots from a certain spot on the floor, get there before she gets there. Those kinds of things. So we'll find out shortly here. We're down to 3 minutes to go before this game tips off, and since it's only 10 minutes between games, these teams will not be going back to the dressing room.
Right.
They'll be out here until we have the starting introductions for the third game of the day, which is about to come up. And we're not too far behind schedule. And one thing we want to do right now is pause for station identification. This is WPKY, Princeton, Kentucky.
And about 2.5 minutes to go before we tip this one off. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be just about time for starting lineups, as it's the Yellowjackets and the Lady Tigers here from the Cab in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic right here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
This is Clay Farless at Farmers Bank. Do you have a checking account? Of course, we all do. Is your checking account paying you 2.75% interest? That's right, 2.75% annual percentage yield on your checking account balance up to $15,000. All you have to do to qualify is use your debit card at least 12 times and check online banking or your mobile app once per statement cycle. Come by the bank and ask us about the Next Plus account today. You work hard for your money. We think that it's time that your money works hard for you. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Back to the Community Activities Building as we wrap up the Athletic Center pregame show, getting set for the Caldwell County Lady Tigers and the Louisville Central Yellowjackets. Just about to get underway here for the third game of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic here at the Community Activities Building. Of course, Louisville represented in this. We've got teams out of Tennessee, also Arkansas. I see Alabama all through the program here. So come on out and check out this great classic. Bob, this thing has grown to where we've heard about waiting lists to get into this. You've got teams from a lot of different states. You've got a top 50 team in the country coming to play at the Cab this week. So well worth, I think it's $7 a day, $13 for the 2-day package. Come on out and check out a lot of good basketball here at the Cab.
If you want to watch basketball, this is the place to be. And the teams now back to their respective benches, and we're about to have the player introductions, and we'll keep that here at the radio booth. Awaiting the PA system to.
I think Daniel Kukihiko is going to have the honors.
Welcome again to the 2019.
Coach K is doing the introductions.
Will feature the Louisville Central versus Superior Caldwell County Lady
And a couple
Tigers.
Louisville Central graduates that come to mind. Dennis is Muhammad Ali.
Wow, I did not know that.
And Ron King, who was an All-American at Florida State basketball. And first out for the Yellowjackets, Deja Armstrong.
Number 4, Amaya Asher.
And number 4, Amaya Asher, is the second Yellowjacket to be introduced.
At guard, number 14, Bree Marshall.
And number 14 is Bruce Marshall, they call.
At guard, number 21, Jalen Jayla Douglas.
Number 21 is Jayla Douglas.
And in guard, number 32, Montrese Ryland.
And number 32 is Montrese Ryland. I notice they have a Rondo on their roster too.
At guard, number 12.
And that's Raja. And here
Bob, it surprised me, number 25 not in the lineup. I'm not even seeing a 25 on the bench. Are you?
First out for the Lady Tigers is Lucy Goffinette, followed by Maja Hollowell. Bella McConnell, the third Lady Tiger to be introduced.
Number 31, J.C. Jaggers.
And J.C. Jaggers coming out.
And in forward, number 33, Carson Parker.
And number 33, Carson Parker, rounds out the starting five for the Lady Tigers. Want to take this time to tell you the first quarter is being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry, home decor, boutique clothes and accessories. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot, Cozy Living. Everything a home should be. They also are your local U-Haul dealer. And both teams now on to the floor. Referee is heading for the jump circle and for the call here in the first quarter. Tiger sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Tip-off brought to you by Travis Construction and Concrete. They'll take care of all your concrete needs. Ball is up, controlled by Louisville Central, and they'll have it going toward the entrance of the cab here in the first quarter as we are underway.
Caldwell packed into a zone, a 2-3 zone, tightly packed.
Yeah, just daring pretty much Central to shoot it from the outside, almost out of bounds. Saved by number 4, that's Asher. Gets it over to Armstrong. The leading scorer not in the starting lineup for Louisville Central, a bit of a surprise, and Taylor Price.
Nobody looking for the shot. There's number 4. And
up and in.
From 3-point.
That was Asher with the 3. Central, a little 2-2-1, three-quarter court pressure. Had Hollowell trapped, steals it away. Pass underneath, up and in. Number 21, Douglas. 5-0 quickly, Louisville Central, as they keep the press on. Caldwell gets it to Hollowell. Hollowell over to McConnell. Quick timeout called by Coach Mitchell. And Bob, the absence of Jada Boyd obvious in this one as Central came with that 2-2-1 pressure.
Very, very obvious. That's part of their strategy, obviously, is to make us work to get the ball up the floor.
30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here and tell you about the sponsors of our timeout this season. It's Rousseau Law. Rousseau Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. Caldwell had the turnover on the first possession, trying to break that zone trap, and looked to be in a little bit of trouble. Coach Mitchell wants to let the kids calm down a little bit, call the timeout, settle them down, tell them where to pass the ball around in that zone, work it back and forth. You work it forward and back to get it up the court against that pressure. He's going to switch up and have Carson Parker, about dropped my pen and did drop it, into Jaggers. Jaggers double teamed on the baseline, drives, has it go out of bounds, dribbled off her leg. Some very tight pressure, Bob, and no foul called on that. Jaggers thought she was fouled on the sideline. Instead, it's another turnover.
It looked like from here she was pushed as she made her attempt to get by the Yellow Jacket.
So the Yellow Jackets have possession. Caldwell in the 2-3. They get it over to Asher. Asher cross-court pass to Ryland. Ryland thought about it, gives it back to Armstrong, over to Asher. Over to Ryland. Ryland dribbles in, knocked away by Goffinette. Good job by Lucy. Comes up with the steal, gets it up to Jaggers. Jaggers gets it across midcourt, first time for the Lady Tigers. Dump inside to Parker. She's tripped, and they're going to call a foul. There's a lot of contact to make a player go down that hard on the floor.
Well, tripping is a foul, Dennis.
It is. Caldwell County, 2-2-1 pressure themselves. This one almost tipped away by Hollowell. Central gets it across, into the lane, up and in. Little floater by Ryland, and it's 7-0 Louisville Central. Maja Hollowell dribbles between a couple of people. Finally, some contact called at midcourt. First foul on Central. First foul of the ball game, Bob, and we've seen a lot of contact already in this one. Goffinette puts it in play to Hollowell. Hollowell gets it down on the right baseline, back out to Parker. Stolen away, Parker looking for Jaggers. Picked off by Ryland. Ryland the other way, down the lane, shot up, no good. Ball loose on the floor, out of bounds across the end line, and it will be Lady Tiger basketball. Parker gets it into Jaggers, over to Goffinette. Goffinette works it back to Parker to Jaggers. Caldwell going to have to hustle, counts on. Lob up to Hollowell. Hollowell takes it, and some more contact. As Caldwell really having trouble breaking that pressure in the back court.
I think 32, Ryland just picked up her second.
2 on Ryland, 2 on Central. That'll get a substitution off the bench for Central, and we do not have a number 1 on the roster, do we, Bob?
We do not.
Good out of bounds play. Hollowell had the shot, but had it blocked. Picked up by Caldwell. A 3 on the way by Jaggers, no good. Rebound comes down to Douglas. Douglas up to Asher. Asher dribbles, drops off to Armstrong. She'll try a 3 from the right corner, no good. Parker with the rebound. Parker gets it to Hollowell. Maja comes off a backcourt screen from McConnell. Gets it across half court. Back into Bella McConnell. Goes up. Little drop pass down to Parker. Parker has trouble with it. Puts it back up off the board, no good. McConnell with the rebound. Has the shot blocked by number 14, Marshall. And it's Central back the other way with Asher. Layup up and no good, but she's fouled on the play by Goffinette. Almost 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Caldwell yet to score. It's Louisville Central 7-0 over the Lady Tigers. As Amaya Asher goes to the free throw line for the Yellowjackets. First one, good. Number 11 and number 20 in. 11 is Shanice Carr, and number 20, Wanda Stevenson. Asher will get the second. This one up off the front of the rim, no good. McConnell with a strong rebound on the box out. Bella looking to get it to somebody, instead dribbles it up the court herself. Goes behind the back, good move, back out to Hollowell, thought about the 3. Free throw line, hit on the elbow, no call, missed everything, but part of that was because she was hit on the right arm, Bob. Goes out of bounds to Central. Might ought to put some pads and helmets on in this game. They're going to let them play, obviously, in this one. We go under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Goffinette goes for the trap. Central breaks it, gets it up to Armstrong. Armstrong down to number 20, Stevenson. Over to number 1, who we don't have on the roster. Misses a shot. Big rebound by McConnell, but stolen away on the outlet pass by Armstrong. Underneath to Stevenson. Comes out to Asher. Caldwell stays 2-3 zone. Asher from 16. Off the side of the rim, no good. Central with the rebound. Surprised her own player with a pass underneath. Goes off her shoulder into the hands of J.C. Jaggers. Jaggers brings it across for Caldwell County. Drives the lane, tripped, hits the floor hard, and this time does draw a whistle.
Well, I wonder why it's a foul this time.
Wondering that myself, Bob. 3 fouls on Central. Goffinette will put it in play for the Lady Tigers. Stolen away. Stolen back by McConnell. McConnell goes up with a strong move, no good. Central's Asher with the rebound. Up the court to number 1. Back out to Asher. Into the corner, Armstrong just inside the arc. Good. 10-0. Central leads this one in the opening minutes of the first quarter. Caldwell yet to get on the board. Jaggers brings it across. Goes off the McConnell pick to the right side. Wanted to go baseline. Back out to McConnell. And McConnell hop steps on it. Picks up both feet, comes down, and it's a travel turnover on Caldwell County. Over half the first quarter gone. Caldwell yet to score. Parker and Goffinette out of the ball game. Morgan McDaniels and A.J. Hollowell in for Caldwell County. A.J. Hollowell with a nice deflection off the inbounds pass out of bounds.
7 turnovers for the Lady Tigers here, only 2 for Louisville Central.
And it's the press that's causing all kinds of trouble for Caldwell County to even get it up the court.
And we're rushing our shots, too. That's what quickness will do.
Inbounds pass comes to Armstrong. Armstrong dribbles against McDaniels. Gives it off to the point, guarded by Hollowell. Over to Asher. She's guarded by A.J. Hollowell. That'll be a good matchup this afternoon. Asher drives the lane, up and in off the glass. And it's 12-0. McDaniels gets the ball in. Over to Jaggers. Jaggers will bring it across herself, double team, drops it off to A.J. Hollowell underneath. Maja Hollowell up and in. First bucket, and that's the way to move the basketball against that pressure defense. Caldwell with an easy bucket on the other end.
Find the open man.
Back underneath, Stevenson up and in for Central. Full timeout called by Louisville Central with 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And I would like to invite you to come experience Farmers Bank. I have worked here for more than 25 years, and I love taking care of our customers. I have no doubt you'll enjoy banking with us, so come by and see me at our main office to set up your account. And don't worry if you have small children. Bring them with you, because we've got a kids' corner to keep them busy while we take care of you. Being customer, community, and employee-driven is what we're all about, so stop by and see us at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
The 2018 Nissan Sentra SL, 16,000 miles. NADA retail 18,100. Trice price $15,990.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
And welcome back to the Cab. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Caldwell County trailing Louisville Central 14-2. Caldwell County to inbound the ball, bring it the length of the court, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Maja Hollowell gets it in, brings it up the court, into the lane, drops it off to A.J. Hollowell, back out to Jaggers. Also in the ballgame now, Tamia Walker and Paris Gray for Caldwell County. Very small lineup in for Caldwell County right now. We'll see how the Lady Tigers do. Maja with the drive, rims out. Rebound comes down to Stevenson. Outlet pass up the court. It's number 1 with the shot. We do not have the young lady on any roster we have, but she will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Let's see if we have it on KHSAA. Well, we won't out of
It's one of the number 11s.
One of the number 11s?
11s listed.
Might be.
Could be.
Nothing on KHSAA either, Bob, about number 1. She drives, puts a left-handed shot up and in.
That was Amaya.
That was the player number 1. Caldwell gets it in. Hollowell trips coming across half court. She's tied up. It'll be a jump ball situation. Possession arrow. Looks like it will stay with Caldwell County. A.J. Hollowell looks to get it in. Comes in to Walker. Walker over to Maja Hollowell. 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. Hollowell drives left side, gives it back out to A.J. Inside to Paris Gray. Gray drives the lane, goes up, no good, but she's fouled on the play.
Strong move by Paris then going to the basket.
So she will get a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws out of the deal. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs. Call Goodwin Insurance for a free quote. First free throw by Gray is good. J.C. Jaggers will come out of the ball game and in for Caldwell County will be freshman Presley McKinney. Early action for the freshman today in this one. Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Marshall. Central quickly the other way, wanting to go underneath the Marshall. She's sealed off well by Gray. They take it out front to Asher. Asher guarded by Tamia Walker. With a one-on-one out front. Down into the corner to Marshall. Shot up no good. Rebound Central. It's a held ball underneath. Good job by McKinney to get the tie-up on Jayla Douglas. Stays Central basketball on the possession arrow. And they get it into Asher. Caldwell County still in the 2-3 zone. Out front for a three is Armstrong. Misses everything. Rebound comes down to A.J. Hollowell. Nobody picks her up. She takes it down. Bounce pass underneath to Paris Gray. She's fouled on the play.
And the foul is going to go against Marshall. Should be her second. No, they're going to put it on number 1. Whoever number 1 is.
Into Maja Hollowell. Maja looks it over. Central has gone man-to-man. Hollowell goes off a screen at the top of the key, gets it down to Walker. Back to Maja Hollowell. Over to A.J. in the right corner. Walker picks up the foul on number 1.
Second foul on number 1.
And checking into the ball game is going to be number 11. That's either Green or Carr. We're assuming the other is the player wearing number 1. You would think 13 games into the season, Bob, that some of these teams would have their websites set up for these things.
Well, even when they send the roster down to be printed in the book, you think they would, look at it and say, hey, there's 2 11s.
Yeah. But not the case this afternoon.
And Central.
Foul underneath on Central.
Or I think they turned it over. Or jump ball or something.
May have been a tie-up on that one. Regardless, it's Caldwell County basketball. McKinney gets it over to Maja Hollowell, trapped in the backcourt. This one deflected, pulled down by Armstrong, but a good hustle play by Tamia Walker. Knocks it out of bounds across the baseline, but had she not done that, Central was looking at an easy layup. 11.2 seconds left in the first quarter. All the way out front to Armstrong. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, long rebound, comes out. Asher's going to try a 3 now. No good. Rebound to Walker. Walker wanted to go to McKinney. It's knocked away, but the buzzer sounds. After 1 quarter of play, a tough opening stanza for Caldwell County. It's Central 16, the Lady Tigers 3. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Automobile accident. Getting paid for your injuries, for your lost wages, and for your pain and suffering can be difficult. Attorney Matt Schock in Princeton, Kentucky can help. Call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT. Attorney Matt Schock is an experienced personal injury attorney. Initial consultations are free, so call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT.
This is an advertisement.
Girlfriends, let's face it, we all perspire. And Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what we need. We need our clothes clean. We need them clean now. Farmers Dry Cleaners opens at 6:30 on weekdays. I drop mine off on the way to work. But if I'm running late, they stay open until 6 p.m. so I can just run them by after work too. They always have them ready within 24 hours. Just remember they're closed on the weekends. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what's important, making me look good. Because if I don't look good, they don't look good.
But that still doesn't solve.
And back at the cab, as we get set for second quarter action, Bob, I'll let you tell us about our second quarter sponsor.
Second quarter is being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Stop in and see Pam. Since Christmas is over, look for the post-Christmas sales that may be going on out at the store. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. cozy living, everything a home should be. Louisville Central to inbound at its side midcourt, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Into the ball game, Taylor Price for Central, and we got a little clarification from Shelly McDaniels on the players. Number 1 is Jakira Bartlett. Number 11, Shanice Carr for Central. This is going to be Asher off the board from about 12 feet. Good, 18-3 Central.
So number 11, Navaria Green, is not playing, I guess.
Turnover, Caldwell County. Up and in with the bucket is Price. Louisville Central pressure really bothering Caldwell County in this one, just having a horrible time getting it across midcourt. Jaggers is going to take this one herself. Man pressure this time from Central. She pulls up at half court, gets it up to McConnell. McConnell sees a lane, goes to the hole, up, no good. Rebound down into the hands of Marshall. Pinpoint pass underneath, up and in. I think that was number 21 on the bucket, Douglas. Goffinette trapped underneath, but it's going to be a hold call, I think, against number 3.
Should be a 1-and-1.
It's going to be Armstrong. That should be, you're right, Bob, 7th foul on the Yellowjackets. It'll send Caldwell County to the line for a 1 in the bonus. Goffinette will get the honors with a Goodwin Insurance free throw. 22-3. Very surprising because the Yellowjackets don't look like that dominating a team offensively. It's just their defense has been swarming.
Well,
no pun intended being the Yellowjackets, but it's caused Caldwell County all kinds of trouble.
We've been stung.
First free throw good by Goffinette. She'll get the bonus.
And it really shows where we really miss Jada.
Yeah, I think this is showing up more in this game, obviously, than it did against UHA. Second free throw coming up for Goffinette. Gets the good roll up and in. Maja Hollowell is going to check back in for Caldwell County, and Carson Parker looks like comes out of the ball game. Caldwell County is going to bring some kind of three-quarter court pressure, backs it off. They'll pick up now at half court. Hollowell on Asher.
And picking up man-to-man.
And a push-off. I started to say, if they don't catch that one, Bob, we can just go back to playground and call them on yourself. Marshall just floored Goffinette on the push-off. Goffinette wants to inbound, knocked out of bounds by Asher. Stays Lady Tiger basketball. Just underway in the second quarter. Long pass for McConnell, gets it across half court. Bella battling 2 Yellowjackets, goes up for the shot, up and in from the baseline. Bella McConnell with the bucket.
A hard shot. Tough shot.
So Central comes back the other way. Lead down to 15. Inside to Marshall, left-handed shot, no good. A.J. Hollowell with the rebound. And she gets called for steps, trying to get it to Maja. So Yellow Jacket basketball underneath their own bucket. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. 22-7 Louisville Central. Marshall out of the ball game, and in will be Stevenson for the Yellow Jackets. Asher to inbound. 2-3 zone by Caldwell County. Underneath, up, no good on the shot, but it'll be Douglas to the free throw line. Foul is called on Jaggers. Her first, only the team third, but 2 shots coming up. First one good. It's Douglas at the free throw line. Douglas' second is no good, but the rebound comes down into the hands of Price. Price out to Asher, top of the key, over to Price. Open from 15, no good. Rebound, Yellow Jackets, back up and in. Or back up and missed, Rebound, Jaggers. Hollowell on the other end, kicks it back out to Jaggers. Turned down to 3, drives, gets cut off on the baseline. Cross-court pass to McConnell. McConnell drives, has it blocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Lady Tiger basketball. Lady Tigers trying to battle her way back into this one. Jaggers receives the inbounds pass at the top of the key, gives it to McConnell. Over to Goffinette, underneath to Jaggers. Jaggers spin move, has it blocked, goes to the floor. Central comes up with the ball over to Armstrong, to Price from the elbow. Good. Taylor Price, the leading scorer for the Yellowjackets, but surprisingly not in the starting lineup. 2-2-1 zone for Central. Caldwell breaks it this time, gets it to McConnell. McConnell drives the lane, jump stop up and in. Bella McConnell doing all she can so far to keep the Lady Tigers in this one, 25-9 Central. Little man pressure picked up at half court. Hollowell and Asher. Asher dribbles top of the key, goes off a screen. Picked up by Goffinette, ball loose on the floor. Goes off of a couple of Lady Tigers and out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball. Paris Gray back into the ball game for Caldwell County. And McConnell will get a breather, but Bob, I don't think she'll be on the bench very long.
No, she's been up and down the floor several times, but she'll be back shortly.
Inbound comes in to Armstrong. Armstrong over to Price, down low, up, no good. That's number 21, Douglas, gets her own rebound, fight underneath for the basketball. And it's going to be a jump ball situation. Possession arrow on the board showing Caldwell County, and it will be the Lady Tigers.
Turnover at Louisville Central, their fourth. Caldwell County with 9 so far.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 2-2-1, three-quarter court by Central. Caldwell, Goffinette wanted to feed either Gray or Hollowell. Really landed in between both players and goes out of bounds.
With a lead pass that...
I think she's really looking for Hollowell to break up the court for that one, but miscommunication, 10th turnover of the half for Caldwell County. Armstrong, right side, down to Price, underneath, up and in is Stevenson. 27-9, Louisville Central. A.J. Hollowell has it taken away by Price. 3-on-1 for Central, shot up, no good. Rebound, Central, up, no good. Rebound goes off of Central, out of bounds, and it'll be Lady Tiger basketball. Goffinette comes out of the ball game. Tamia Walker in for the Lady Tigers. Maja Hollowell at the point, gets it up to A.J. Hollowell. Nice break across half court, but A.J.'s pass is tipped away and stolen by Armstrong. Then she quickly dribbles off her shin out of bounds, and it goes back to the Lady Tigers.
You're right, Bella's back in the game. Dennis not out very long.
That's been the offense for Caldwell County early in this one as Gray goes to the bench. Steele on the inbounds play, 2-on-1 for Central the other way. Price misses a shot and rebound comes down to Walker, and Walker's pushed from behind. So Tamia will get a 1 in the bonus.
Foul is on number 32, Ryland. That's her third.
Instead, Bob, they put that on Armstrong.
She wasn't anywhere near the play.
Second foul on her, 9 now on Central. Caldwell County will shoot the 1 in the bonus this time, 2 shots the rest of the half. Walker's free throw, back of the rim, bounces, and falls.
That's how my free throws used to go in, Dennis. Took about 30 seconds for it. Did he make it? We don't know. It's still bouncing.
Kept the suspicion up for a while, suspense. Second free throw, back of the rim. This one comes off. McConnell with the rebound, goes back up. Hit on the arm, comes up short, no good. Price with the rebound. And Price, coast to coast the other way, throws it up, no good. Rebound Central. Foul on the play. That was Stevenson on the rebound, went back up, and she'll go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Bob, we talked about how many rebounds this team averages in the season so far, about 30 a game. Free throw, no good. And we said it's going to take a matter of really blocking out and pushing back against these kids. Right now, they're just going up over Caldwell County on the offensive end on just about every possession underneath.
And they're getting possession on us too.
Free throw good by Stevenson. 28-10 Central. Goffinette back into the ball game. A.J. Hollowell out for the Lady Tigers. Maja Hollowell with it. Looks over the trap. Into the middle. And over to McConnell. McConnell underneath to Jaggers. Jaggers goes up, has it partially blocked. And it's Central back the other way. Over to number 1. Bartlett dribbles. Gets called for steps. Turnover gives it back to Caldwell County with 3:25 left to go in the first half. 28-10 Central. Pass up court. Caldwell County breaks it with Goffinette. Over to McConnell. McConnell will try a three. No good. Rebound Jaggers. Jaggers jump stop in the lane. Shot up no good. Rebound comes down to Price for Central. Price. Coast to coast, pulls it back out, gets it over to Bartlett. Bartlett swings it over to Asher. A long three from the left wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Walker. Walker gets it up to Maja Hollowell. She brings it across, gets it to Walker for a three attempt, no good. And rebound comes down to Ryland as Central comes the other way with Asher. Asher underneath the Price, easy bucket up off the board for Taylor Price. And Caldwell County, a pass from Hollowell to Goffinette. That one right at her feet, unable to pick that one up and goes out of bounds. So Caldwell County is, Central's really sped Caldwell County up so much that even on simple passes, they're trying to hurry those a little bit. That one, just a sloppy pass up to Goffinette, not able to handle it and turns it right back over to Central. Asher with it from the right block, no good. Rebound McConnell. McConnell looks up the court to Goffinette. Goffinette lets one player go by, up and in off the board. Farmers Bank shot for Lucy Goffinette. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, home of the Tiger debit card, the card that gives back to future athletes of Caldwell County. Bartlett slides into the lane, puts a shot up.
And Maja's going to get her.
5th foul of the half on Caldwell County. First one on Maja Hollowell as Bartlett goes to the free throw line. This one no good. McKinney in the ball game for Walker. Walker showed some good minutes in that second quarter, Bob.
Yes, she did.
Bartlett's second free throw on the way. Up and good. McKinney will inbound, gets it up to Hollowell. We go under 2 minutes to go in the first half. McKinney pulls up. Now comes across the line, gets it to Goffinette. Underneath to McConnell. Drop step up and in. Bella McConnell. Bella came for a fight today, 31-14. Central leads the Lady Tigers. Bob, you get that play out of Bella McConnell every time she steps on the court as Central goes underneath, up and in to Marshall. Central still with the zone trap. They're not coming as hard with it, and McConnell receives a pass at midcourt, gets hit across the face, goes down. And if she can get the watery eyes out of the way where she got hit across the eyes and nose, she'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
If she can see, she can shoot.
Right. Foul was on number 1, Asher. She took a really hard slap right at the center court logo. McConnell's free throw off the back of the rim and no good. She'll get another Goodwin Insurance toss coming up with 1:14 to go here in the first half. 33-14, Central leads the Lady Tigers. Second free throw good for McConnell. Lady Tigers will come with a little zone trap. Central breaks it easily up. Shot no good, but the foul is going to be called on Maja Hollowell. Going to the line for Central is going to be 21, Jayla Douglas. They've got some tall kids, and they're not having a lot of trouble with our zone pressure, throwing right over the top of it as Douglas goes to the free throw line. This is almost everything. I think that grazed the padding on the bottom of the backboard.
It may have grazed the net a little bit too. I'm not real sure.
I could tell it was
woefully short.
Nowhere near going in.
Woefully short.
Second free throw, rims out. Big rebound, J.C. Jaggers. Jaggers tries to dribble up against the pressure to get it over to McKinney. McKinney trapped at the side, tied up by Central, and it's going to be a turnover, Caldwell County.
When you head to that sideline in a press, you're heading into no man's land.
Yeah, you're basically picking up a defensive player on the sideline. Instead of a double team, it'll turn into a triple team. Central took advantage. They come across half court. Ryland tries to go underneath to Marshall, knocked out of bounds off of Marshall. Good job by McConnell. Tamia Walker into the ball game, and A.J. Hollowell will come out for the Lady Tigers. An even 48 seconds left in the first half. Walker with the basketball to McKinney, up to Jaggers, back to McKinney. McKinney has it stolen away by Asher, up and in. Amaya Asher having a big first half for Central. Jaggers to McConnell at half court. McConnell drives it into the lane, drops it off to Jaggers. Jaggers dribbles around, gets it back to McConnell. Jump stop up, off the board, no good. Central with the rebound. They want to run the other way. Outlet pass off the hands of number 21, Jayla Douglas. Turnover Central. And Caldwell County has 18 and a half to try to put some points on the board as they are down 20. McKinney to Jaggers. Jaggers gets across half court. Gets it back to McKinney. McKinney turns around, has it taken away, but I think they're going to call the foul on Amaya Asher down low.
I think that foul was assault and battery.
That's one where you give McKinney a little bit more time, just a freshman. She's going to receive that ball, get the arms up and hold that ball up. She turned with that ball about waist high.
It was just sitting out there so pretty like.
And that's going to get grabbed and tied up more times, and you're going to pick up a foul on it. But McKinney, with the free throw on the foul, makes the first. She'll get another Goodwin Insurance free throw.
Her first point maybe as a career as a Lady Tiger. Now
second free throw good, 2 out of 2 for Presley McKinney. Caldwell County comes with the pressure. Central breaks it, gets it down to the left block. Back out to Asher. A long three at the buzzer, no good. And after one half of play, it's Louisville Central 35, Caldwell County Lady Tigers 17. We'll be back with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show coming your way in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned for that. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Right now, come into KFC and get a free chocolate cake with a 10-piece meal. It's free. It's free chocolate cake. How else can I say it? It's a whole chocolate cake that you don't pay any additional money for. See, that's the arrangement. I don't know how else to explain this. You buy a 10-piece bucket meal. I slide an actual chocolate cake, made a real actual cake, across the counter. You take it, and we both go our merry ways. So come on down to KFC. Get your free cake today. It's finger-licking good. Offer excludes 12-piece tenders meal, limited time only, participating locations.
James Bond Roofing has been servicing the residents of Caldwell County for 25 years and has seen many years of Tiger sports accomplishments. They would like to wish all of the Tiger sports teams good luck this season. However, there are a couple players out there they are a little more partial to. So here's a big James Bond Roofing shout out to their very own Tiger football players, Ben Holt and Carter Jackson. Go get them, boys, and go Tigers!
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Fortner Gas is ready to keep you warm. Fortner Gas is available 24/7 and will always take care of their customers when other companies leave people in the cold. Just contact Fortner Gas and schedule a propane delivery to your home or business. They want your business and will prove that to you. You can count on Fortner Gas in Princeton to keep you warm and toasty this winter. Now, doesn't that sound good? Fortner Gas, since 1951.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 9:30, Sundays 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
The teams are in the locker room. We've got Lady Tiger basketball covered. The halftime show is on 1580 103.3 WPKY.
And welcome back to the Cab and WPKY coverage of the 2019 West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Caldwell County Lady Tigers battling this afternoon with Louisville Central's Yellowjackets, and at the half, it's Central with a big lead, 35-17. Over Caldwell County. They led by as many, I think, as 20 in that first half. This is the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show. Travis Construction and Concrete can take care of all your concrete needs, as well as driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. Good luck, Tigers and Lady Tigers. And here's to building a successful year from Travis Construction and Concrete. 6 minutes before we tip off the second half, time now for the stats of the first half. Stats brought to you, of course, every game by Ackridge Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. They've been providing high-quality goods and services to West Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, and now they have stores to serve you in Fredonia and Eddyville. Bob, big first half as far as turnovers for the Lady Tigers. 2-2-1 press by Central gave them all kinds of fits just getting the ball up the court early in this one. Nobody really hitting a lot from outside. Bella McConnell having a decent first half, but other than that, a tough first half for the Lady Tigers against the Yellowjackets.
It definitely was a tough first quarter. Second quarter, the Tigers were only outscored 19-14, which obviously tells me they adjusted to the pressure just a tiny bit better. They were outscored 16-3 in the first quarter. So the Louisville Central Yellowjackets have a 35-17 point lead here at halftime, 18-point margin for the Lady Tigers in the first half. Bella McConnell with 7 points on 3 two-point field goals, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line for her 7, followed up by Lucy Goffinette with 1 field goal and 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Drops down to 2 points for Presley McKinney. 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe, 2 points from Aja Hollowell on a field goal, and 1 point each for Paris Gray, 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe, and 1 point for Tamia Walker, 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe. Total of 17 points for the Lady Tigers in the first half, and the Lady Tigers committing 16 turnovers in the first half, and at the free throw line, a little better normal shooting there, 7 out of 10 from the charity stripe. For Louisville Central, they place 7 Lady Yellowjackets in the scoring column, led by Amaya Asher with 12 points. She has 4 two-point field goals, 1 3-point, and 1 out of 1 from the free throw line. 7 points for Jayla Douglas on 3 two-point field goals and 1 out of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points for the leading scorer, Taylor Price, who set out the first quarter, with 3 second-quarter field goals for her 6 points. 7 points for Jayla Douglas on 3 2-point field goals, 1 out of 4 from the free throw line. We mentioned her just a second ago. 2 points for Brittany Marshall on a field goal, 2 points for Montrese Ryland on a field goal, 3 points each for Wanda Stevenson on a field goal, 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe, and 3 points for Jakara Bartlett on a 2-point field goal, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Louisville Central not shooting well from the free throw line, 4 out of 9 for the first half, and they have 8 turnovers in the first half. But Dennis, obviously too much quickness and too much athletic ability. We were obviously without one of our leading players in Jada Boyd being able to handle that press. It did take us the first quarter to settle down to some degree, but I look for obviously the press to be continued here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think Louisville Central is going to come out of it. And Bob, you hit the nail on the head. I think a big part of that first half was the absence of Jada Boyd, able to maybe dribble through a lot of that press. Hollowell did a good job trying to look around and pass the ball up court, but you take a player out of that rotation, you're bringing in a freshman played a lot for us in that first half, and Presley McKinney, and we still had a couple of turnovers getting that ball up. So absolutely the absence of Jada Boyd playing a huge role here in the first half. Central, another thing they do, we don't chart the rebounds. I was kind of hoping they'd have Scott doing the stats here also, because he did chart the rebounds last year. But Central, Bob, a lot of offensive rebounds for the team out of Louisville today, and limited the Lady Tigers on the other end to basically one and done on just about every trip down the floor.
I'm sure Louisville Central didn't shoot very well in the first half, maybe 25 to 30%. But when you get 3 shots to 4 shots at it every time, Dennis, you could score every time down the floor. If you're 1 out of 4, that's 25%. So that's one of the things that the Lady Tigers have to do is a little better work on the board. We're going to pause right now for station identification. This is WPKY, Princeton, Kentucky.
And we've got just over a minute to go before we tip off second half action. Don't forget, this is a doubleheader, back-to-back games for Caldwell County today in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. The boys will be in action right after this one, taking on the Jaguars out of Memphis Southwind. And that's going to be a good game this afternoon. Memphis, a highly rated team in Tennessee. Caldwell County starting to turn their season around a bit. Started out 0-5, winning the last 4 all last week. So the Tigers into the game with some momentum at 4-5. That one will be coming up following the girls' contest this afternoon.
And we're down here to 31 seconds. Time for me to tell you who the third quarter is being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts, and registry. Stop by and see Pam, see what she's got going on after Christmas sales. They're also your local U-Haul dealer, Cozy Living, everything a home should be. And breaking out from the huddle first is Louisville Central. And the Lady Tigers still with Coach Mitchell, and they're coming onto the floor right now. And it's going to be the Tigers to inbound the ball at side midcourt. And for the call here in the third quarter, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Lucy Goffinette will inbound. Only change in the starting lineup from the second half lineup. You've got A.J. Hollowell in for Carson Parker to start the second half. Goffinette tries to get it in, throws it off the leg of number 4, Asher. Stays Lady Tiger basketball. Goffinette at side midcourt looking to get it in. Now does to McConnell. McConnell guarded by Marshall, gives it up to Maja Hollowell. Hollowell goes off a screen, turns, goes down the lane, has it blocked. Marshall with the ball, and she gets it over to Price. Price quickly up to Armstrong into the corner, and a nice pass across the lane up and in for number 32, Ryland. Bob, we're not sure if Price was serving some kind of a discipline or suspension or what. Didn't play in the first quarter, their leading scorer, but she's really came on big here since then. on the other end, tapped out of bounds by Central.
Not only are they guarding us tightly, they're also anticipating where we're going to be throwing the ball and really getting a lot of hands on it.
And it's really made us up the pace a lot more than what we want to play this afternoon. Pass inside on the inbounds to Hollowell, no good. Rebound comes down to Armstrong. Quick outlet pass down the court, stolen away by Goffinette. Goffinette brings it the other way, pulls it back. She didn't have the numbers. Good decision by Lucy Goffinette, gives it up to McConnell. And McConnell gets hit on the sideline. Foul's called on Central. Blocking foul called
on Armstrong, I think.
Oh, it is on Armstrong, her third. Inbound pass to Hollowell. Hollowell guarded by Ryland, has it knocked away. Hollowell gets it. Hollowell looks it over, man pressure. Hollowell off the McConnell screen, top of the key, pulls up, gets it over to Jaggers. Jaggers double teamed on the baseline, gets it back out. Bella McConnell was open for the three, instead goes underneath, up and in. Nice pass down low to A.J. Hollowell for the bucket.
Nice work that time by the offense.
Bella gave up a good shot for a better shot. Caldwell County gets the two on the board. Now underneath the Marshall, left-handed shot off the glass and good. Still the 2-2-1 pressure by Central. Caldwell County works it up to Hollowell. She gets it up to McConnell. McConnell looks, drives the baseline, drop step underneath, has a shot blocked. Ball comes out to Hollowell, puts it up and in from 10 feet. Just inside the lane, 39-21, Central leads. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Asher leads Armstrong. Armstrong saves it in. Underneath, up and in, Ryland. Couple of passes there. And
I think Louisville Central's getting away with being in the lane for more than 3 seconds on the last couple trips down.
Jaggers misses a three. McConnell with the rebound goes up and in off the board. Farmers Bank shot, Bella McConnell. Bella having a big game this afternoon. Trying her best to keep Caldwell in striking distance. A lot of time left, but Caldwell County is going to have to make a run. Central works it around underneath to Marshall. Marshall bobbles it, picked up by McConnell. McConnell with the steal. She pulls it back out, gets it to Maja Hollowell. Maja drives, kick out to Goffinette. Back underneath to Hollowell. Spin move, shot up, no good. Ryland with the rebound. with the rebound. Down to Asher. Layup up and in. They just plain beat us back down the court on that one. Asher wide open for a layup. And the lead back out to 20. McConnell, right wing, drives on Asher. Puts a shot up, has it blocked, tries to get her on rebound, instead comes out to Asher. 3-on-1, Central, layup up and in for Price. Caldwell tries to get it inbound and back up the court quickly. Central back into that little trap. Hollowell breaks it. Pass over into the left corner. Jaggers. Jaggers drives baseline up. No good. Hit in the back of the head as she delivered the basket. And she'll go to the free throw line for a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws. Jaggers' first one, no good. Parker and Walker into the ball game for Caldwell County. McConnell and Hollowell will get a rest. Lady Tigers right back in action tomorrow. Bob, am I right in saying it's Mayfield?
It is. It's Mayfield.
Lady Tigers will take on the Lady Cardinals. Second free throw, no good. Lady Cardinals had a big upset win over Webster County to start this classic this afternoon. Caldwell in the 2-3 zone. Now they're going to chase around. Switching out into a little matchup zone now as Hollowell covers up on Bartlett over on the side. Walker takes Armstrong. Ball knocked loose. Picked up by Ryland. Shot up, no good. Rebound to Caldwell County. Walker going up amongst the trees, pulling that one down. And Foul's going to be called on Central on the hold. Good job by Tamia Walker.
I think Ryland got her. It's her third.
That's the only thing I think, Bob, that could make this one interesting is a lot of Central players with 3 fouls. A.J. Hollowell down to Carson Parker. Parker, cross court to Goffinette, turns down to 3, gets it to Walker. Over to A.J. Hollowell, to Jaggers in the corner. Jaggers drives, floater up, no good. Rebound comes down to Bartlett. Central with the run out on the other end, up and in, number 21, Douglas. Well, I think confidence is a little factor in this one, too, on the offensive end for the Lady Tigers. 3 Lady Tigers turned down open looks. Steal and back the other way on the basket is Armstrong. 30-second timeout called by Coach Mitchell. 49-23, Central leads this one. We're back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brantley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com and on your free WPKY app.
And welcome back to the Cab. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Caldwell County trailing now by 26 points, 49-23, and to inbound the ball, Lucy Goffinette to come the length of the court, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Goffinette is going to throw it into an empty backcourt as Central's pulled the press off for now. They'll pick up at half court. Walker, guarded by Bartlett, gets it over to Goffinette. Goffinette drives, dumps it off to A.J. Hollowell. Hollowell has it knocked away. Parker picks it up for Caldwell County. Gets it back out to Goffinette. Lady Tigers will reset the offense with Lucy backing up near midcourt. Handoff goes to A.J. Hollowell. Hollowell guarded by Price. And a 5-second call on A.J. Hollowell. McConnell's going to check back into the ball game, and Parker will come out. Paris Gray also getting to the scorer's table, and she'll come in for Jaggers. Bob, this tournament, we've talked about it in the pregame, just keeps getting better and better every year. Really not a soft team. A lot of times your home team or your host team might get a little easier game. That's not the case this season for the Tigers or the Lady Tigers.
Absolutely not. It'll be interesting to see now how Louisville Central plays the rest of the year since we've seen them play.
Underneath, easy bucket, somebody lost, number 21, Douglas underneath. Biggest lead of the night for Central at 51-23. Goffinette gets it across half court, over to A.J. Hollowell. Hollowell wants to drive, right block, has it knocked away, pulls it back out to McConnell. McConnell faked the three, instead goes up from 17, no good. Bartlett with the rebound. McConnell comes in on the hustle play, makes a steal, goes to the bucket and gets fouled. Couple of free throws coming up for Bella McConnell's. A sheer hustle play after the miss. She ran around, grabbed the ball right away from Bartlett. Went up for the shot and missed it, but she does make the first free throw. As Presley McKinney comes in for the Lady Tigers, Goffinette will go out of the ball game. McConnell will get another Goodwin Insurance free throw. This one up and good. 51-25, Central leads this one as we are under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Bella McConnell now in double figures for the Lady Tigers with 11 points.
Not a lot of bright spots for the Lady Tigers this afternoon, but that's surely one of them. McConnell almost on cue, knocks the ball loose. Central gets it back, works it underneath to Price, up and in from about 6 feet on the right baseline. Gray with it for Caldwell County, gets called for the carry. She's wanted to go one direction, changed her mind, wanted to go lane, and a couple of steps cost her a turnover. Taylor Price to put it in play. Caldwell County is going to come with some full court man-to-man defense. It's Walker guarding Asher. Asher gets it across the timeline over to Armstrong. To Price. Price at the top of the key, guarded by McKinney. Price pulls up from the elbow. No good. Rebound comes down to Walker. Walker double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it over to McKinney off her hand. Stolen away by Asher. Back underneath, up and in. Easy bucket for Douglas. Lead now at 30 for Central. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. McKinney at the point for Caldwell County. Guarded by Asher. Into the right wing. Reach in by Asher. She'll be called for the foul.
I think Presley's employing this rope-a-dope strategy, just getting the ball out there far enough for the other girl to want to try to get it.
She's getting some minutes in this ball game and several early. 5 fouls on Central, none on the Lady Tigers here in the second half. McKinney wants the lead pass over to Walker. Walker's fouled on the play by Armstrong. Coach Mitchell still coaching the Lady Tigers up on the sideline, telling A.J. Hollowell, get that screen set. Substitutes in Shanice Carr, number 11, in, and also number 32, I think that's Ryland, back into the ball game. Gray gets it into McConnell. McConnell drop step up and in off the board. Farmers Bank shot, Bella McConnell. Only 10 minutes in between games, Bob, so we won't have Coach Mitchell or any of the Lady Tigers, but if we did, the player of the game obviously is going to go to Bella McConnell at this point. Shot down underneath by Central. Carr has it blocked by McConnell into the hands of A.J. Hollowell. Hollowell drives, has her shot blocked in the lane. Rebound comes down to Asher, and Asher can't get a shot off before the buzzer. After 3 quarters of play, it's Central 55, Caldwell County 27, back in 1 minute. This is West Kentucky Hoops Classic on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
The road to recovery from heart or lung complications starts at Caldwell Medical Center. Their skilled staff offer individualized outpatient treatment plans based on each patient's diagnosis to help minimize symptoms, reduce disability, and improve independence. All right here, close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com or call 270-365-0300. That's 270-365-0300.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Welcome back to the Cab. Entering the fourth quarter, Caldwell County trailing by 28 points, down 55-27 to the Louisville Central Yellowjackets. The fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Stop in and see what sales are being held out there after Christmas sales. They're your local U-Haul dealer. Baby furniture, beautiful furniture, Cozy Living, everything a house should be. For the call here in the fourth quarter, Tiger Sportscaster Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Central puts it in play, up to Price, gets it back over to Bartlett. Bartlett guarded by A.J. Hollowell. Over to Ryland. Ryland looks underneath for Marshall. Marshall backs in McConnell, up and in. And the lead's back out to 30. Bob, if Bella McConnell comes up with a block, we've got to give her a clean sweep of the post-game awards.
Well, she'd had a block in the third quarter, late in the third quarter.
We'll have to go ahead and give her all 4 of them, and we'll talk about those great sponsors coming up. Kind of limited on time in between games this afternoon, but a great game by Bella McConnell in this one. Shot up underneath was by Paris Gray. She gets fouled on the play. 7 team fouls now.
And still no fouls for the Tigers here in the third and fourth quarter.
First free throw, no good by Gray. She'll get another Goodwin Insurance free throw.
Paris 1 out of 3 from the stripe so far in this game.
Second one up, back of the rim, no good. Price comes down with it. McConnell fights hard trying to get the ball, but just a first team foul of the half on Caldwell County. That one on Bella McConnell.
And Bella's first of the day.
Bob, speaking of that big block, we'll give Bella the big block of the game. H&R Block in Princeton is ready to meet all your tax preparation needs. They have expert tax preparers that can help find you every deduction available. Give them a call at 270-365-9484. That's H&R Block in Princeton. Back the other way, Central loses it across the end line. It'll stay Yellow Jacket basketball with 7:29 to go in the ball game. Into the corner, Price sets up, open three, no good off the side of the rim, gets her own rebound. Back out to Bartlett. She'll let it go from three, good. Jakira Bartlett with the three. And the lead swells for the Yellow Jackets. McConnell drives the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to number 14, Marshall. Marshall gets it to Bartlett. Caldwell gets back on defense. Over to Price, no good. Marshall all over the back of Paris Gray, no call. Ball comes loose, picked up by Bella McConnell. McConnell to A.J. Hollowell. As Maja gets set to check back into the ball game for Caldwell. Into the corner to McKinney. McKinney feeds McConnell down low. Now McConnell double team. Ball comes loose and on the floor. Looked like a rugby game almost broke out. Jump ball is going to be called, and possession arrow is going to stay with Caldwell County.
I don't know who recovered that fumble, but there were about 5 in that pile up down there.
Morgan McDaniels and Maja Hollowell back into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Don't forget, boys in action right after this. Caldwell takes on the Jaguars of Memphis Southwind. Underneath, A.J. Hollowell has it blocked by Price. And I think Price is finally going to get called for some contact. Hit her with the body going up on the shot. So 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up for A.J. Hollowell, only the second foul on Price. First free throw, no good. Jaggers back into the ball game for Tamia Walker.
Tigers have fallen off a little bit here in the second half from the charity stripe, 2 out of 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10 in the first half was pretty impressive. This one banks off. Doesn't matter if she called it or not, it goes in.
Shoot it hard because it might bank in.
Back the other way, Central stolen away. Maja Hollowell as they went underneath to Ryland. Up the court to Jaggers. Jaggers drives the lane, pulls up and in from 6 feet. J.C. Jaggers with the bucket. 60-30. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Over to Ryland. Ryland guarded by McConnell, comes back. Drive into the lane, up and in, and she'll get a chance at a three-point play. See who reached on Caldwell County. I think it's on Morgan 14 or 15.
Morgan, I think 15. We'll wait and see here. 14.
Free throw, good. So
Yeah.
Caldwell County basketball, a little confusion on the court.
It was a made field goal by 32.
Right. So Maja Hollowell with her third foul of the ball game. Hollowell drives the lane, has it knocked loose, dive on the floor. Ryland now 2 Lady Tigers, and it's A.J. Hollowell comes up with it. They'll call a jump ball situation. Bob, down 33. I like the hustle play out of these Lady Tigers. You got Hollowell and McConnell and Maja all diving for the ball on that possession. So no give up in these Lady Tigers, and that's impressive.
And this game will help them for sure, Dennis. I mean, they'll work on this in practice.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the last time they'll see a 2-2-1 press all season long, and they'll have a better idea of how to attack that.
And these ladies from Central handle the ball really well.
Caldwell County in man-to-man defense now. It's Bartlett guarded by Hollowell. Gets it over to Carr. Carr has it on the right wing, looking underneath. Down to Douglas. Douglas drives underneath, up and in. 65-30. Central has this one in hand. Pretty well all decided, but the final score in this one as we get near 5 minutes to play. Jaggers drives from the right wing into the lane. Shot up, no good, off the front of the rim. And it's Carr with the rebound. Gets it to Bartlett. Bartlett underneath, up, in. Douglas.
Douglas knows what to do with the basketball when she gets it.
That's where size pays off. They've done
Yes.
that several times this afternoon. Just throw it right over the Lady Tiger defense. Jaggers now with it on the right wing. Underneath, A.J. Hollowell. I don't think they're going to give her the active shooting on that one. They'll call that one on the floor, I do believe. Oh, they are going to give her 2 shots. So
Well,
Hollowell will go to the line for 2.
Unless it's the 10th foul.
Yeah, it may be the 10th. It was going to be a 1-and-1 anyway, and they gave her the active shooting. So just 9 fouls on Central, but 2 shots. Hollowell misses the first. Second free throw, back of the rim, no good. Lady Tigers ice cold at the line here in the second half. Armstrong over to Carr. Carr lets it go, no good. McConnell with the rebound. Gives it up to Hollowell. Hollowell down to Jaggers. Jaggers jump stop in the corner. Now pulls it back out on the right wing to Maja Hollowell, top of the key, guarded by Bartlett. Hollowell dribbles out front. Wants to go to McConnell, kicked out of bounds by Bartlett. Goffinette checks back into the ball game, and A.J. Hollowell comes out for the Lady Tigers. Running clock situation now with the 37-point lead. McConnell gets the ball inbounds, spins, nice drive by McConnell. She gets fouled on the play by number 21. That's Jayla Douglas.
Could be her first foul of the game.
2 free throws coming up for Bella McConnell. First one, no good. Bob, in a lopsided game, you still have to applaud the effort of Bella McConnell this afternoon.
For sure, absolutely.
Second free throw, good by McConnell. Caldwell comes with the pressure. Bartlett gets it in for Central, guarded by Goffinette. Over to Armstrong. Armstrong right wing, looking underneath. Warning number 22, Drea Rondo. Rondo sets the screen on Hollowell.
Yeah, illegal screen.
And a moving screen by Rondo, just checking into the ball game. Not a lot of players on the bench for Central. Rondo may be the last one to get into the ball game. And it's Maja Hollowell back at the point. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Wanting to go to McConnell. This one gets away. 4 players on the ground. Possession arrow is going to stay with Caldwell County. Jump ball situation.
Another fumble.
Saw today on Twitter, 34 weeks until kickoff. You know you and I are on go for that one.
But you're right, Dennis. You have to applaud the Lady Tigers for their 1-2 and desire, getting on the floor. And
Jaggers from 12, shot up no good. Rebound comes down to McConnell. She goes up. Hook shot no good. Rebound to Central. Bella still on the floor trying to get to it. Bella stays on the floor after this one. Got landed on. And an official timeout. As Bella hit her forehead, it looked like on the court going for that loose ball. I don't think there's enough compliments available for that kid anytime she gets in the ball game with the effort she puts out.
like you say, all 4 awards go to her today.
McConnell comes out to a good ovation, and checking into the ball game for Caldwell County is number 5, Emily Campbell, a sophomore, 5'9" sophomore. 2:14 left to go in this one, 67-31 Central. Bartlett, top of the key, looking underneath to Rondo. Goffinette almost with the steal out front. Kept in possession by Central. Now underneath, Rondo has it knocked away by Campbell. A couple of Central players could have been called for travel on that as they danced with it for a minute. Dribbling over the backcourt was number 21, Douglas, no call on it. Douglas still with it. And Goffinette's going to be called with a foul. Bob, I realized it was tipped in the backcourt, but she dribbled it into the front court and on the line. It's got to be a call.
It has to be a call.
We're set right here on line. Not that it's going to make any difference in the ball game, but
it's like I'm looking down the third baseline right now.
It is. I mean, we're right here on it. Goffinette Hollowell come out of the ball game for Caldwell County. McDaniels comes in for the Lady Tigers on a jumper made from the corner by Carr. Also in for Caldwell County. I do not have a 10 on the roster for us, Bob.
That may be Katie Smiley.
Hollowell underneath. Picked up by Caldwell County. Jaggers had the rebound, hit from behind.
I think that may be Katie Smiley. I think they were going to bring her up.
So I'm assuming 8th grader?
Yes.
So Smiley seeing her first action in the varsity uniform this season as Jaggers goes to the line for a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws. First one good. Paris Gray was going to check in, obviously coming in for Jaggers, so she goes back to the scorer's table. JC's second free throw rolls off, rebound down to Central. 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Reminder, 10 minutes in between games here at the Hoops Classic, so Tigers and Jaguars will take the court very quickly after this one's over. 30 seconds on the clock. Down low, Rondo up and in. They've been trying to work that kid the ball all quarter. Drea Rondo with the bucket for Central. Jaggers will let it go, top of the key, good. Little Caesars three-pointer, J.C. Jaggers.
First three of the day for the Lady Tigers.
71-35. Central will bring it across half court and just dribble the timeout on this one. That's going to be the final here this afternoon. Louisville Central 71, Caldwell County 35. We'll take a break and be back with the accurate stats of the ball game and a look ahead to the Tigers and the Jaguars of Southwind out of Memphis. All that coming your way here on the Trilogy post-game report in 3 minutes. This is Lady Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
You can ask us about the Next Plus account today. You work hard for your money. We think that it's time that your money works hard for you. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to reach your fitness and well-being goals. Whether you're into yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, or weightlifting, Trilogy has something for the whole family. Family discounts available, and your first 2 weeks are free. Located in Princeton behind Cash Express. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports.
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
With First Southern Bank, your dream home may be closer than you think. At First Southern Bank, they believe that people matter, having spent over 35 years providing personalized service for real people from real people. Let their people work with you to get you in your dream home. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. First Southern Bank, Princeton, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 409424.
Did you get some Christmas cash, or you just need to save some cash after Christmas? Either way, you can save big and make your money go further with our After Christmas sale going on now. Save an additional 20% off your total order in our Big Deal store. No code needed. Visit WPKYonline.com now and visit our Big Deal store to make your money go farther when you save big on great deals today.
Get the lowdown on the throwdown. The WPKY postgame show is on. Lady Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And back to WPKY coverage of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Caldwell County Lady Tigers in a tough one this afternoon with Louisville Central Yellowjackets. Lady Tigers lose this one 71-35. But a big game this afternoon out of Bella McConnell. She sweeps all the post-game awards. We'd already given her the big block of the game. She'll also take the quick cut of the game from Big Boys Barbershop at 117 West Main in Princeton, where you can come by for that quick cut as she sliced the lane several times. Nice little jump stops, drop step moves, weaving in and out of the lane. She ended up with the player of the game at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic on that one for Caldwell County. Clutch play of the game was her effort, trying to keep Caldwell County in this one early on. A big afternoon for Bella McConnell. Clutch play of the game is brought to you by Coleman Auto Parts, your Napa Auto Parts dealer here in Princeton. Charles Quinn Coleman and staff at Napa Auto Parts can help you out with everything from tools and equipment to things for heavy-duty trucks, marine, golf cart, and farm. And, of course, player of the game brought to you by C3 Electric, selling and servicing Generac generators, new construction, remodels, and more. With over 24 years of experience, you can trust C3 Electric for quality service and installation. Give them a call at 270-625-4868. And no question about it, Bob, Bella McConnell came to play player of the game, quick cut, big block, clutch play of the game. The kid showed a lot of heart this afternoon against a very tough Louisville Central squad, and you'll be able to tell us all of her stats here right now, as the stats are brought to you by Acreage Farm Supply Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. They've been providing high-quality goods and services to West Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville.
And you're right, Dennis. Bella with a big game here. Caldwell County losing the opening game here of their two games to Louisville Central, 71-35. The Lady Tigers were outscored in the third quarter 20-10, outscored in the fourth quarter 16-8 to lose this one this afternoon 71-35. For Bella, a big game, 14 points. She had 7 points in each half. JC Jaggers was the next in scoring. JC with 6 points, all 6 of hers coming in the second half of the game. 4 points for Lucy Goffinette, all hers coming in the first half. 4 from Aja Hollowell, 2 in each half for her 4. Also 2 points for Preston McKinney, hers coming in the first half, and probably her first 2 points as a Lady Tiger. Right. And 3 points for A.J. Hollowell, hers coming in the second half. 3 points, 1 point for Tamia Walker, hers coming in the first half. And Morgan McDaniel scoreless today, as well as Emily Campbell and Carson Parker. Also in the game and scoreless, we think it was Katie Smiley wearing number 10, and we'll get that worked out here in a few minutes. But we think that was 8th grader Katie Smiley making her varsity debut here today. So Caldwell County didn't shoot well at all from the free throw line in the second half, shot 7 of 10 in the first half, only 5 of 14 in the second half to finish 12 out of 24, even 50%. And the Tigers a little bit better in the second half on turnovers, finished 20 turnovers for the game versus Louisville Central's 11 turnovers for the game. Louisville Central, many easy baskets inside the lane, inside the paint. And for them, their player of the game was Jayla Douglas. She had 17 points today, 14 points for Amaya Asher, 10 points for Taylor Price, 9 points for Montrese Ryland, 6 points for Tamara Bartlett, 6 points for Brittany Marshall, 3 points for Wanda Stevenson, 2 points for Drea Rondo, 9 points, as we mentioned, for Taylor Price. She was the leading scorer for Louisville Central sitting out the first quarter. Today, 2 points each for Shanice Carr and also Deja Armstrong. Louisville Central only 1 free throw in the second half, 1 out of 1, 4 out of 9 in the first half, total of 5 out of 10 for the game, 50% shooting from the free throw line for them as well as Caldwell County today. But just a little bit too much quickness, a little too much ability that we were on the offensive end, couldn't get the ball down the floor, and Louisville Central made us pay, and pay dearly, if you will.
Yeah, 71-35, Caldwell County Lady Tigers dropped this one, and even the record at 4-4 on the season. Just under 3 minutes ago before we tip off the boys' action as we continue on the Trilogy postgame report. Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals. 3 games gone out of 14 here at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic this season, today and tomorrow, 7 games each day. So come on out to the Cab if you want to see some high-quality basketball, Bob. A lot of states represented here, Alabama, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, several states in this one. They've got a top 50 team in the country also here this weekend. So a big production number being put on here at the Cab by Tori Hammett, Goodwin Insurance, and a lot of help along the way. We won't even start naming names, but we know that Tori spearheads this, and this thing is just mushroomed into one of the premier events this time of season in all of West Kentucky.
It is, and I think next year we're even better with teams waiting in the wings, and we're going to bring back that Mississippi team that played well up here last year and had a high-ranking nationwide prospect from Corinth, I think.
Yes, I remember those. Yeah.
And so, no, it just keeps getting bigger and better. We got a team that we've never seen before from Evansville Bossy this year. So
the Bossy Bulldogs are here, as well as the Holly Springs Hawks out of Holly Springs, Mississippi. So a lot of states represented here.
And it's becoming obviously widely known, and the way it's handled here, people want to come back. A nice gym to play in.
And a good crowd here. And a bargain, $7 a day or $13 for 2 days of basketball. I mean, you break that down, I'm going to leave it to the banker, but 14 games for $13.
That's under $1 a game.
There you go. I was going to try it. I didn't want to step out on the limb too far, but a great bargain here on this West Kentucky Hoops Classic.
I think that comes out to about 98 cents a game.
You can't beat that anywhere. Just about set for starting lineups here as we wrap up the Trilogy postgame report. And it's the Caldwell County Tigers and the Jaguars out of Southwind High School in Memphis, Tennessee this afternoon. Southwind 9-5 on the season, and Caldwell County comes in at 4-5 on the year. But the Tigers have a little bit of momentum, Bob, as they've won their last 4, all of those last week, to almost even the record at 500, and going up against a team with some obvious pretty good size in Southwind out of Memphis.
We will have our hands full, so you can't another game where we're playing great competition.
6'6" kid, 3 6'4" kids, and a 6'3" kid. So you got to, much like the Lady Tigers, you're going to have to block out well on the boards this afternoon to keep this one close.
And we'll have to shoot well, and we cannot turn the ball over. And the starting lineups about to be introduced. We're down to 0. Here we go.
Did you have a card on those guys, Bob? Did you say?
Starting Number 2, Torian Stewart.
Number 2, Torian Stewart, the starter for
Number 2
Southwind.
is Torian Stewart, and coming out next is number 5, Andre Eason. Number 11 is
And number 32, Tafiq Sawyer.
Number 20, 32,
And
and
now for Caldwell
11.
County Tigers. Number 2, Adarius Riley.
And first for the Tigers is Adarius Riley. The PA system is number 5 is Jamarius Blaine.
Number 10, Trip Branch.
Number 10, Trip Branch coming out.
Number 11, Jude East.
Jude East getting the start. And 22, Caden Fralix are your 5 Tiger starters. Caldwell County onto the floor right now. I'll remind you the first quarter of this game is brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Cozy Living and Boutique. Located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. See what kind of post-Christmas sales Pam has. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Referee now entering the jump circle, and for the call here in the first quarter, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Tip controlled by Southwind. Tip brought to you, of course, by Travis Construction and Concrete. Southwind looks it over. That's number 11, Vincent Thomas at the point. Caldwell comes out in a 2-3 zone. Thomas, a long 3 to start it out. No good. Up high, Trip Branch for the rebound for Caldwell County. Gets it over to Fralix and up to Blaine. Blaine at the point. Man-to-man defense by Southwind. Gets it over to Riley. Riley off a screen from East to Fralix. Back over to Blaine. Blaine turns down the 3, gets it to East. A lot of contact out front, no call on East to Branch. Branch gives it up to Fralix. Back over to Riley. Riley wants to drive, cut off. Back out to Fralix. Good patience by Caldwell County to start this one. Blaine gets on the baseline, throws it up, almost out of bounds, saved in by Branch, but into the hands of number 2, Stewart for Southwind. Back the other way. 3-point on the way, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. 3-pointer missed by Roser. And Caldwell County will have the basketball. They'll face man-to-man pressure full court. Caldwell gets it into Riley. Adarius Riley takes the lane, drives it up, has it blocked, but a contact on the body is going to be called on Southwind. First foul on the team out of Memphis, and that goes on number 20, Devontae Tucker. 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up for Caldwell County. Riley makes the first. Just underway here in the ball game, 1-0 Tigers. Second free throw, good. Caldwell County with the early 2-0 lead.
That's the other thing we have to do, Dennis, is hit our free throws.
2-2-1, 3-quarter pressure by Caldwell County. Tipped away as they go underneath. Branch with the tip, Fralix with the turnover. Fralix brings it back the other way and gives it up to Blaine. Blaine in the midcourt circle. Looks over man-to-man pressure, gets it to Riley. Riley hit, drives the lane, shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to number 5, Eason. Eason gives it up to Vincent, into the corner, up, no good. Rebound put up and in by Eason. That was Stewart with the miss out of the corner, and we're tied at 2 as we near 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. East gets it across court. Back into the hands of Riley. Riley looks over the defense, gets it to Branch. Branch wants to drive the lane, some contact, pushes it back out. An open Fralix for 3, no good. Ball tipped and touched last by East. And I thought they were going to change that call. It looked like Memphis had the last touch.
Yeah.
And they did, so referees get together, make the right call. It'll stay Tiger basketball underneath their own basket. Fralix puts it in play, out to Blaine. Southwind man-to-man. Caldwell setting the offense. Coming off a screen is Riley on the right wing, gets it to Branch at the free throw line, shot up, no good. Rebound to big Andre Eason. Vincent gives it up to Eason, back to Vincent. Vincent thought about the 3, instead pulls up for a jumper from the free throw line, no good. Jude East with a nice block out underneath. Comes down with the rebound, hands off to Riley. Riley, Branch in the corner for three, no good. Rebound to Stewart for Southwind. Caldwell's had a couple of good open looks, Bob. You like the shots that they're getting.
Every look we've had has been open.
Southwind, number 2, Stewart. Little one-hand runner along the baseline, up and in. Great ball handling move up the court by Blaine. Gets it across half court. Blaine pulls it back out over to Branch. Branch off a Fralick screen, gets it to East. Back to Blaine. Now to Fralick's top of the key. To Riley on the wing. Riley wants to drive the lane, has it knocked away by Tucker. Tucker pulls it up, gets it back to Vincent at the point. Caldwell settles back in defensively in a 2-3 zone. Into the corner goes Southwind Stewart. Back out to Vincent. Over to Eason, tried to throw a pinpoint pass to number 20, Devontae Tucker. Way too much on that one. I'm surprised that didn't break a door or a brick in the wall down there.
He needed to be 6'9" to haul that one in.
With some soft hands, too.
Yeah, it was a
turnover.
It was a pretty good sized fastball coming at him.
Blaine breaks the pressure, gets it up to Branch. Spikes, long three, no good. Rebound comes down to Tucker. Jabrion Spikes into the ball game for Riley. Southwind works it underneath. Smiley into the ball game, and Smiley quickly picks up a foul as Eason had very good position inside on Smiley. Smiley gets him from behind, and it'll be Andre Eason going to the stripe for 2 free throws. First one up and rolls in. 5-2. Southwind out of Memphis has the lead. Second free throw good. 6-2. Just about half the first quarter gone. Blaine dribbles up the court against pressure. Goes through, puts a layup up, has it blocked by Tucker. Memphis back the other way. Down low, up and in. That's number 3 into the ball game, Isaiah Russell for Southwind. Caldwell having trouble getting the ball in, and a 5-second call is going to turn it over to the Jaguars of Southwind.
Third turnover for the Tigers here in the first quarter.
Russell to put it in play for the Jags. There was Stewart, fake the three, instead pulls it back in from the elbow, no good. But coming in high for the rebound was number 3, Isaiah Russell, up over Branch. Branch back the other way, open for 3. Shot off the rim, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Spikes gave chase. Southwind comes up with it. Spin move in the lane.
He picked it up. He can't do that.
Back out to Vincent. He'll try a 3. Rattles in and out. Ball still loose. And into the hands of number 20 up and in, Devontae Tucker. Bob, the size is starting to become an issue for Caldwell County. A lot of offensive boards here in the first quarter by Memphis.
And second foul has been called on Memphis on number 11, Vincent Thomas.
30-second timeout called on the floor, and we'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on WPKYOnline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brentley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY.
Welcome back to the Cab. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Tigers find themselves down by 10, 12-2. Inbound the ball, brings to the floor, and for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Fralix gets it into Blaine. Blaine double-teamed in the backcourt. Splits, gets it over to Spikes. Caldwell County hustles it down the other side. Spikes has it back tipped, stolen away. Tucker comes up with it, gets it to Vincent. Southwind looking to run back the other way. Stewart out to Vincent. Vincent drives the lane, running one-hander, no good. Smiley comes up with the rebound, gets it over to Blaine. Tigers trail this one 12-2, 12-0 run right now by Southwind. Spikes, top of the key to Smiley. Smiley hands off to Blaine, gives it up to Fralix. Back over now to Branch. Branch pulls up, covered by Vincent. Tigers working around top of the key. Over to Blaine. Blaine wants to go down low to Fralix, has it tapped away. This one loose on the floor, picked up by Southwind. Turnover Caldwell County. Stewart with it, drives baseline, shot up and in. 14-0 run now by Southwind as they have a big lead on the Tigers with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Blaine guarded out front by Vincent. Over to Smiley. Smiley underneath off the hands of Branch.
6 turnovers for the Tigers here in the first quarter.
Southwind to bring it up the court. My apologies to Mr. Thomas. It's Vincent Thomas, not Vincent the last name. I had those switched around. Southwind easily up the court, travel on the other end. It was so easy. He didn't know which side of the basket he wanted to shoot it on. That was Omari Waters. Turnover Southwind. Caldwell gets it in to Spikes. Spikes has it taken away. Now Spikes is going to commit the foul over the back. It's Andre Eason getting up off the floor. 2 fouls on each team here in the first quarter. Foul's going to be on Spikes, his first. Darius Riley back into the ball game for Caldwell County. Memphis out to midcourt, tipped away by Riley, has it going the other way, up and in. Nice deflection, steal, and bucket. Darius Riley.
Turnover for Southwind led to that basket.
Breaks a 14-0 run by Memphis. Turnover again on the other end by Memphis. Smiley comes up with it, gives it to Fralix. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Blaine, right wing, looking for Branch. Branch back to Blaine. Blaine drives the lane, shot up off the back of the rim, no good. Blaine saves it in to Fralix from the corner for 3, no good. And it's Eason with the rebound for Southwind. Jaguars face the 2-3 zone by Caldwell County. And it's going to be Riley committing the foul on Eason. Went for the steal at the free throw line, got a little too much arm. East comes into the ball game for Caldwell County. Jude will take the center space on that 2-3 zone as Smiley gets instruction on the bench from Coach K. Thomas at the point for Southwind. Riley inches out from that 2-3 zone. 3 on the way from the wing, no good. That was Rosser with the miss. Rebound comes up to Blaine. Blaine into the lane, throws it up, no good, but he had his arm held on the shot, so he'll get a couple of Goodwin Insurance free throws coming up.
Number 32, Kendall Rosser picks up the foul.
Free throw off the front of the rim, no good. Well, free throws all important, especially when you're obviously outmanned as far as size goes in a ball game. Miss on the second one. Branch puts the shot up, trying to beat the buzzer, misses. Southwind throws one length of the court, no good. And after 1 quarter of play, it's Southwind 14, Caldwell County 4. Back for second quarter action in 1 minute. This is Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Ladies, all the latest trendy boutique styles are waiting for you at Magnolia 2 Boutique in Hopkinsville. We have an amazing selection of apparel that celebrates women of all ages, sizes, and styles. You'll love our jewelry, accessories, and handbags, including our new Bed Stew collection. And we have entire rooms dedicated to curvy size styles and shoes. Our selection and prices cannot be beat, and we can't wait to see you. You'll find us at 5120 Princeton Road, Hopkinsville, or shop with us online at Magnolia2, that's TOO.com.
And welcome back to the Cab for the second quarter of today's fourth game. Caldwell County, Memphis Southwind. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is WPKY FM, Princeton, Kentucky. Caldwell County to inbound it. For the call here is Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County facing a 10-point deficit with Blaine at the point. Gets it over to Riley on the wing. Riley with a good move. Head fake up and in off the board. Farmers Bank shot. Good individual effort by Darius Riley, and Caldwell back within 8. Thomas down court, ball tipped loose, picked up by Southwind. Thomas gets it over to Stewart. Back to Thomas. Long three, left wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Blaine. Blaine has it taken away momentarily, comes back up with it.
Maybe survived at least one foul.
Yeah, had to be a little contact body-wise on that one. Gets it to Riley, over to Fralix, to Branch on the left wing. East hits the deck underneath, no call. Back over to Fralix. Fralix pulls up. Free throw line, no good. Rebound into the hands of Tucker for Southwind. Across half court, Thomas. Thomas to Stewart, long three off the side of the rim, no good. Saved inbounds. Right back to Stewart, gets it out. Thomas, top of the key, over on the right wing, underneath, up and in. Andre Eason. Eason's a handful for whoever's going to be down low for Caldwell County. East, baseline jumper, good. 16-8, Southwind. Jaguars quickly back the other way, up and in by Torian Stewart. And a little blocking foul called as Blaine tried to bring it back up the court. That one's going to be called on Thomas. Smiley's going to check back in for Caldwell County, and Jude East will come out. Good minutes early on here by Jude East. That's about the time Caldwell County started to turn that record around. Started bringing Cole Smiley in off the bench, and Smiley's responded well. Carry out front's called on a Darius Riley, turnover Caldwell County.
Number 8 for Caldwell County in this game.
Good crowd here for this one at the Hoops Classic. Fourth game, as Bob said, 3 more after this one, 7 more tomorrow. Lady Tigers will be in action at 2 o'clock against Mayfield, who pulled off a big upset today against Webster County. Eason at the free throw line, back out to the wing, over to Thomas. Thomas dribbling like Curly Neal back in the Globetrotter days. Keeps the ball. Thomas with it out front. Tigers staying 2-3 zone. Eason with the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Branch. Branch gets it to Riley. Riley sees a hole, goes up, and no good off the glass. Rebound to Tucker. Back down to Stewart. Thomas, he'll try a long three off the back of the rim, no good. Caldwell County with numbers on the rebound. Blaine comes in, lays it up with the left, no good. Branch with the follow, up and in. Tripp Branch with the bucket. Good trail by Tripp Branch. As we go down to 5 minutes to go in the first half. Eason at the free throw line. Over to Russell. Russell drives, blocked by Smiley. Into the hands of Tucker, misses a shot. Tucker gets his own rebound, goes back up and in. They're going to count the bucket. And Devontae Tucker will go to the free throw line to try to cap off a 3-point play. 20-10, Southwind. You don't teach 6'6", Bob, but that's where a lot of this is coming in. 6'4s and 6'6s abound on this Southwind squad. Free throw badly missed by Southwind. Comes down into the hands of Riley. Riley switches direction, gets it across half court for Branch in the corner. Branch wanted to go down low to Fralix. The play back out to Branch, intercepted by Tucker, and it's Southwind quickly the other way. Tie up underneath is going to be Blaine and Stewart. Jump ball situation. It'll stay with Southwind. Jaguars throw it in from the baseline. Out to Thomas. Thomas into Eason, down underneath. Easy bucket by Tucker. Caldwell quickly the other way. And bad pass from Blaine over to Branch. That one right at the shins. Branch couldn't control it from that short a distance. And the Tigers pick up a turnover.
Number 10 for the Tigers here in the first half.
And with that, a 30-second timeout called by Southwind. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on WPKYOnline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Treasures Remembered, Wallace Toys, Josh Ray, Woodman Life, Armory Gun Shop, Black Patch Grill, Jeff Russo, attorney at law, Pet Grooming by David Rogers, Taco John's, The Joint Barbecue, and by Community Medical Clinic. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
And welcome back to the Cab. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the first half. We'll want to remind you the second quarter, which we didn't get in at the start, being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Stop in and see Pam, see Jake, the store mascot. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. And inbound the ball is Memphis Southwind, and for the call here is Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Nicholas Jones in the ball game for Southwind. Caldwell comes with a little zone pressure, and it causes a turnover. They tried to lob down underneath to Tucker. Too much on that one. Turnover, Memphis out of the timeout.
Again, he was 6'6", needed to be 6'9".
But I'm not sure they maybe don't have one on the bench somewhere. They've got some big kids. Sir Alexander into the ball game for Southwind as Caldwell works against pressure. Cross-court pass over to Riley. Nice save on the other side by Blaine. And Fralix out front with it. Into the corner to Branch. Caldwell trying to spread Southwind out a little bit. 2-3 zone now by the Jaguars. Fralix comes up with it underneath. Got away with a push-off, but has his shot blocked. Physical play underneath, and you've got to, Bob. You can't play kids that size with finesse. You're going to have to go in and bang a little bit. Fralix trying his best.
Or be able to hit from outside, which we haven't shown tonight so far.
Smiley, a little left-handed jumper, no good. Fralix goes in, muscles away for a rebound, knock loose, ball on the floor, and it'll be a tie-up called. Caldwell County will keep possession.
After about 15 seconds on the floor.
I like the fight out of Caden Fralix. Gets up smiling with it because he knows he's going to give up almost a foot on some of these players today.
And jumping ability on top of that, too.
So Smiley will put it in play.
Smiley had his shot he normally puts down, that little turnaround baby left-hand hook. It just didn't go down.
Yeah, he's really developed that as the season's gone along. I think he had a 22-point game earlier this season. Branch in the corner on the inbounds play. Three, Little Caesars three-pointer for Tripp Branch. Caldwell County back in single digits.
We needed that, and Tripp needed that.
Turnover, Memphis. They try to go inside to Eason, right through his hands.
7 turnovers now for Southwind. Caldwell County with 10.
3:31 to go in the half.
Caldwell County back within 9 points.
Fralix to put it in play, gets it to Riley. Riley dribbles against the pressure, looks underneath to Smiley, dish off to Branch. Branch up and in. Good job, Cole Smiley gave up a pretty good shot where he was standing to an open Branch for a layup. Farmers Bank shot Tripp Branch, and Caldwell back within 7.
On a 5-0 run.
Shot up for 3, no good. And Fralix with the rebound. That was Stewart on the miss for Southwind. Up to Branch. Drops it down low to Smiley. Smiley up and in, and the foul. Cole Smiley will try to cap off a three-point play with a Goodwin Insurance free throw coming up. Good hustle down the court by the Tigers. Smiley, big man, running the floor well. Free throw up and good. 22-18. Tigers battling back here with about 3 minutes before halftime. Thomas with the ball. Caldwell County plays a 2-3, but they'll send one of the front two guys out pretty high on the point guard. Memphis Southwind works it in, back out to Thomas. Thomas hawked out front by Blaine. Over to Tucker. Back out Thomas. Long three, top of the key, no good. Rebound comes right back out to Thomas. Behind the back pass underneath to Eason. Eason backs his way in, up and in off the board. If you let him get the ball with a foot in the lane, he's going to be tough to stop. Blaine comes back the other way. Branch for three from the corner. Good! Little Caesars three-pointer, Trip Branch. Caldwell within a possession now with 2:05 to go here in the first half. Stewart has it back over to Thomas. Back to Stewart. Over to Thomas. Thomas looks it over, goes behind the back, up and in on the baseline, no good. Rebound, that one does go. Isaiah Russell. Underneath looking for Smiley. That one's going to be knocked away by Russell, out of bounds. It'll stay Tiger basketball.
Tigers getting up and down the floor really well. Almost had a gimme there, except Memphis closed quickly on that one.
Fralix gets it into Smiley, back out to Branch. Fralix for three now from the wing. Bounces up and in. And I think they're going to call it no good because it came off the goal support.
Well, I think everything should be in play, Dennis.
If it's hanging over the goal, over the cylinder, it ought to be in play. And
I mean,
that's the cable that rolls the goals up on that end. Went off of that, back through, but no good. Officials waved that one off, 26-21. Southwind brings it up court. Underneath Eason, and you can't let him be that far underneath the basket without a front. Caldwell gave up the easy bucket on that one. They get it back the other way. Riley, little left-handed runner in the lane. Darius Riley having a good afternoon. 28-23 Southwind as we tick under 1 minute to go in the first half. Thomas over to Stewart. Three from the left wing, off the rim, no good. Russell with the rebound. Throws it across the court. This one stolen away by Blaine. Blaine gets it up to Riley. Riley goes up and in. Farmers Bank shot at Darius Riley. 28-25. Caldwell at one time down 14-2. Thomas thought about the three. Now he's going to let it rip. Off the back of the rim, no good. And Blaine comes down with it. Gets it up to Riley. Riley with the shot. Blocking foul called on Southwind. As a Darius Riley will get a couple of free throws. Don't ever think you know how a game's going to go in high school basketball after the first 3 minutes. Riley with the free throw, good. Caldwell fell behind, was 9-0 against a good Union County team the other day. Ended up winning by double digits. Second free throw, back of the rim, no good. Russell with the rebound. 16 seconds to go for Southwind. We'll see if they play for one. 10 seconds on the clock. Over to Russell on the wing, back to Thomas, to Tucker, puts it up. No good. Rebound Russell up, no good. Smiley with the rebound. And the horn sounds. And Caldwell County fighting back here in the first half. Pull within two at halftime. At the half, it's Southwind 28, Caldwell County 26. We'll be back with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball all season long on YourSportsEdge.com.
Family-owned enterprise, the Princeton Electric Plant Board provides services to the people in the Princeton area. One of the services they provide is to make sure the lights are on over our fields and courts for the Caldwell County Tigers. From everyone at the Princeton Electric Plant Board, good luck to all of the Caldwell County Tigers and hopes for a safe season. And a big electric roar to their Tigers, Tate Van Hooser, Addie Vinson, Kendra Winters, and Lily Horde.
10,641,945,600 inches, 886,828,800 feet, 295,609,600 yards, 167,960 miles.
That's how far the staff at Pennyroyal Hospice traveled last year to serve clients in their 5-county area. If Pennyroyal Hospice traveled 6 3/4 times around the world to serve last year, imagine what they could do for you and your loved one today. Pennyroyal Hospice, living to the fullest.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
What does your morning sound like?
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please?
Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
This is Kathy Wynn, and I would like to invite you to come experience Farmers Bank. I have worked here for more than 25 years, and I love taking care of our customers. I have no doubt you'll enjoy banking with us, so come by and see me at our main office to set up your account. And don't worry if you have small children, bring them with you, because we've got a kids corner to keep them busy while we take care of you. Being customer, community, and employee-driven is what we're all about, so stop by and see us at Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
There's an advantage in being the home team. You know who Emma Talley, Jake Lewis, and Pat Gates are. You've seen the wall around Butler Stadium and have heard of the Caldwell Crazies. Trice Hughes, we're your home team. Here's our home team deal of the week.
The 2018 Nissan Sentra SL, 16,000 miles. NADA retail 18,100. Trice price 15,990.
Get this home team deal of the week at Trice Hughes. Find us on Highway 91 North, Princeton, or TriceHughes.com.
Grab the clipboard and let's break it down with Dennis and Bob. The halftime show is on. 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And welcome back to the Cab and WPKY coverage of the 2019 West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Caldwell County found themselves down big early in this one, 14-2, have battled back, and at the half, Caldwell only trails 28-26. This is the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show for all of your concrete needs. Called Travis Construction and Concrete. They also do driveways, porches, foundations, basement walls, decorative concrete, remodels, and more. So give those guys a call if you have anything that you need done around the house as far as concrete work. That's Travis Construction and Concrete. 6:22 left in the half as Caldwell trails Memphis Southwind by 2, 28-26. Time now for the stats of the first half, brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. They've been providing high-quality goods and services to West Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933, now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs.
And Dennis, here at halftime, Caldwell County trailing 28-26, outscored in that first quarter 14-4, down by 10 points going into the second quarter, but in the second quarter outscores Memphis Southwind by 8 points, 22-14, to only trail here by 2 points at halftime. For Caldwell County, 2 players in double figures. For the Tigers, 11 points for Darius Riley on 4 2-point field goals, 3 out of 4 from the charity stripe. For 11, 10 points for Trip Branch on 2 2-point field goals and 2 3-point field goals. Total of 10 points for Tripp. Also 3 points for Cole Smiley on a field goal and a free throw, a conventional 3-point play, and 2 points for Judy's on a baseline jumper. Total of 26 points here in the first half for Caldwell County. For Memphis, Southwind. 10 points for Andre Eason, the big guy in the middle, tough to handle. 6 points for Isaiah Russell, also a big man in the middle. 6 points for Torian Stewart, and 6 points again for Devontae Tucker. Most of those points coming in the first, within 2 feet of the basket. Total of only 4 players scoring here for Memphis Southwind, 3 with 6 points each and 1 with 10 points. Total of 28 points for Memphis Southwind. Memphis Southwind did not, they were 2 out of 3 from the free throw line in the first half. Caldwell County 4 out of 7 from the charity stripe. Caldwell County with 10 turnovers, Southwind with 8 turnovers. Rebounding, I would say that probably Southwind had the advantage there a little bit, Dennis, although we got several rebounds, but they got some of their baskets were on second and third shots, which hopefully we can prevent in the second half. But close game here at halftime. Both teams look like they've gotten over the nervousness, if you will, especially the Tigers with only 4 points in the first quarter, scoring 22 in the second quarter. As I say, only trailing here at halftime, 28-26, 3 minutes, 27 seconds remaining at half here.
Yeah, Bob, Southwind didn't really look that good from the outside. 3-point shooting was off, but the big kid underneath, Eason, is a load. If you let him catch it with a foot in the lane or get a rebound underneath, if you don't block him out, he's just going to be next to impossible to stop. So good job by the Tigers on the perimeter. Now I got to keep that ball from going into Eason so much, but a great battle back by Caldwell County. Branch getting hot there in the second quarter. You also had a Darius Riley, instant energy. Yes. Came in, got a steal as soon as he re-entered the ball game in the second, went down, made the layup. So that kid comes to play every night right out of the gates, night in and night out. So good job by those 2 kids. And within 2 points of a very good Southwind team out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Absolutely, and we have nothing to feel down about here at halftime, I would think. We've played well. What we want to do is the Southwind has really not hurt us at all from outside, but we've got to somehow get a wall in front of Eason.
Yeah, in front of big number 5 there. The kid's a ton underneath.
He's a load, obviously, and they 2 other players play well inside. 2 of the 3 that have the 6 points each. That's Russell and Tucker. Both of those guys were hard to handle. Once they got the ball inside, not only knew where the board was, but they knew where they were on the floor to make that shot.
So Caldwell County only down by 2 here at the half, 28-26, as we continue on with the Travis Construction and Concrete halftime show. Bob, want to remind everybody 3 more games after this one this afternoon, 7 more on the lineup tomorrow at the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Caldwell County will be in action tomorrow. Todd Griffin sitting in with Bob tomorrow for the 2 Caldwell games. At 2 o'clock, the girls take on Mayfield, and Mayfield pulled off a big upset to start this old classic today. I think it was a 9-point win, if I'm not mistaken, over Webster County girls. So a big shocker to start this one this weekend. And then the boys will close it down tomorrow night, taking on a very good Clarksville Northeast team. And that's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll be on the air about 15 minutes before each of those 2 games tomorrow with Bob and Todd, along with John Miller and Tess Cowan up here at the table. So going to be a fun couple of days here at the Cab if you're a basketball fan.
I'm especially looking forward to the Lady Tiger game tomorrow afternoon against Mayfield. Now we've got Jada Boyd back. We had the grilling today, if you will, by Louisville Central and how to maybe take care of the basketball a little bit better. And Bella's intensity in the game today can only bode well to tomorrow. So should be a great game for the Lady Tigers and a great way to bounce back and maybe get a win tomorrow afternoon over Mayfield.
Yeah, I'm sure if and I'm sure Coach Mitchell will, not if, but when he shows the tape of that game to his players at some point, just the determination and effort out of Bella McConnell is something that's got to be pointed out.
Absolutely. We're almost here to start the third quarter, being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry. Stop by and see Pam. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Inbound the ball is Memphis Southwind for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Thomas has it over to Stewart for 3 off the rim. No good. Fralick's with the rebound. Caldwell County with a chance to tie or take the lead here early in the second half. Blaine gets it to Riley. Out front to Branch. Branch over to Fralick's. Fralick's dribbles to the top of the key, looks it over, gets it back to Blaine. Caldwell County 4 players on the right side of the lane. Now they'll bring Smiley over trying to post up inside. Smiley triple team, gets it back out to Branch for 3. No good. Blaine with a big rebound coming inside. Keeps possession for Caldwell County, throws it to Smiley off his hands. Picked off by Southwind. Back the other way is number 3, Russell. Goes up for the shot on the baseline. No good, but he's fouled on the play. Branch within a hair of giving Caldwell County a lead in the second half. Instead, it's Isaiah Russell at the free throw line for Southwind. First one up and no good. Of course, we haven't seen Southwind play any at all this season, but Bob, so far their free throw shooting or outside shooting outside the three-point line has not been really impressive. That free throw good. 3-point lead now for the Jaguars. Or Jaguars, however you want to pronounce that.
I don't have. If I had a car, I would call it my Jaguar.
Yeah, I'm about the same too. And the likelihood of that happening is the likelihood of me getting back on the court to play high school ball. Shot up and in by Riley. Good tough shot inside. He's fouled on the play, and he'll have a chance to go to the line with a Goodwin Insurance free throw and tie this one up at 29. Not quite a minute gone here in the third quarter. Caldwell County is going to drop Smiley back defensively to guard against the run out. Riley at the free throw line, up and in, and we're tied at 29. Caldwell County brings some 2-2-1 three-quarter court pressure. Thomas has it across the line. Now Caldwell County settles into a 2-3. Like we said, they'll bring those two guys out front out to guard the point pretty high. Southwind works it around along the baseline. Russell into the corner. Stewart for 3, rattles out, no good. Up high for the rebound was Russell. He has it knocked away, trying to go back up by Fralick's. Off of the leg, I think, of Russell. Referees get together, change the call, and give it back to Southwind.
Which is the proper, correct call.
Yeah, it was Fralick's that knocked it out of bounds. Those calls tend to even out. We would have taken it. Inside on the inbounds play, no good. Smiley with a big rebound. It's Riley back the other way. Tries to thread the needle. Nobody touches it across the end line. And just a bad decision there by Riley.
And that's what we can't do. That's a hard pass to make across court through two people.
Blaine had a man on him well covered. Chance to take the lead. And the turnover gives it back to Southwind. Thomas across half court to Stewart. Back to Thomas, into the corner, Russell. Russell drives the lane, shot up, no good. Branch big with the rebound, has it knocked away from behind. And they're going to say it went off Trip Branch's leg.
This guy's not asking this official for any help on that play, and this guy's not saying a word.
Branch didn't agree with it. Southwind with the break. They get the ball back into Thomas, over to Stewart. Stewart drives top of the key, gets it to Thomas. Underneath, Eason up and in. So Caldwell County with chances early here in the quarter, can't convert. And Memphis Southwind back out in front by 2. Riley has it top of the key to Branch. Branch drives, pulls up to Blaine in the corner. Blaine had the 3, got away from him a little bit, has to pick it up, bring it back out to Riley. Over to Branch, to Fralick's. Fralick's drives into the lane, blocked. A couple of people blocked that one. 3-on-2 the other way. Memphis. Thomas with the shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Russell, goes up, has it blocked. It might be a big block of the game.
Darius Riley got that
Darius Riley. Inbounds play up and in by Southwind. So after the Tigers tied this one, Southwind with 4 points 33-29 Jaguars. Blaine has it on the right wing. Gets it to Smiley, top of the key, over to Riley. Riley off a screen, looks, wanted to pull up from the elbow, instead goes back out front. Now Branch, a long three from the right side, good. Little Caesars Pizza, three-pointer, Trip Branch. Tigers back within one. 2-3 zone Tigers. Thomas with it, gets it over on the left side, off the front of the rim, no good. Fralix with the rebound as Memphis both jumped up, passed the ball on that one. Fralix dribbles in. Smiley to Branch, three from the left side, good. Little Caesars three, Trip Branch, back-to-back threes, and Caldwell County has the lead at 35-33. Southwind drives the lane, blocked by Smiley. They're going to say he got him with the body on the way up. And that'll send Stewart to the free throw line.
That comes under the category cheap.
Yeah.
Who is that, Dennis? Shooting?
That's Stewart.
Stewart.
Free throw rolls in for Torian Stewart. East is going to check back into the ball game for Smiley.
Southwind 2 out of 3 in this half at the free throw line.
Stewart to tie the game. This one good. 35 all with 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Inside to East. East has it knocked away on the floor. East tied up on the right side of the lane. Possession arrow stays with the Tigers. What a comeback by Caldwell County in this one. It may have been 14-4. I know it was 14-4 one time. I thought it was 14-2 early.
It was 14-2. They had 14 unanswered points.
Ball knocked away underneath by Eason. Gets it over to Stewart. Turnover Caldwell County on the inbounds play. Into the corner. Shot up and no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Yeah, you got to change that one, Stripes. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Southwind.
What?
I don't even know where the confusion might have been on that one.
I'm in awe of that guy. I don't know what he's...
Riley brings it up for Caldwell County. Into the corner. Branch, no good on the three. And they're going to say it hit the support again up above the backboard.
Well, at least that one didn't go in.
Caldwell County is going to extend that 2-2-1 zone. They'll drop back into a 2-3 in the half court. Pass underneath the East and too hard. East comes up with it, and East is fouled from behind. I think that's number 20, Devontae Tucker. Not a lot of fouls called in this game.
And frankly,
2 apiece in the quarter.
I didn't see that one.
That's Tucker's third. And Caldwell will put the ball in play to Blaine. He'll bring it length of the court. Picked up at half court by Thomas. Thomas over to Riley off the Fralix screen, gets it to East. Back over to Blaine on the right wing. Gets it to Fralix, thought about the three. Instead goes to Branch for three, no good. Ball loose in the corner, picked up by Thomas. Branch had the open look there, Bob. That's a shot we would like. Southwind back the other way. Wild shot rolls in by number 32, Kendall Rosser. That one just one thrown up and happened to find the bottom of the bucket.
That was a playground shot there.
Caldwell County brings it out front. Coach K yells out the instructions. Riley now right wing to Branch. Free throw line. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound to Southwind. Thomas comes up. Caldwell County gets back defensively. Into the corner to Stewart. Stewart back to Thomas. A long three out front. No good. Fralix with the rebound. 2:36 to go in the third quarter. Caldwell trails by 2. Riley in the corner. Drives the lane. Has it tapped away. Picked up by Southwind. Thomas with the lob up and no good. Southwind misses. Rebound comes down to Branch. To Riley. Riley goes up, and Riley a little bit out of control on that one. They're going to give Riley the charge. I'm not sure
that kid was not
that the kid had set position.
Yeah, he was running along with it, Darius.
I think if Riley had picked up the ball without bobbling it on the pass from Branch, he might have been okay. But with the bobble, I think they gave him the out-of-control nod. And he picks up the charge. 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Caldwell trails Southwind by 2. 2-3 zone. Caldwell really packing that zone back in. They're not coming out as high as they did in that first half. Trying to guard against plays just like that one, where Southwind got it inside up and in Devontae Tucker. But they're giving them the outside shot, Bob, because they've shown no signs of being able to make it consistently.
They haven't made a single three, and they're two, maybe 8 feet away, their longest two.
Branch has it, drops it off to Blaine. Blaine finds a seam, up and in. Jamarius Blaine with the bucket. Caldwell back within 2. Stewart, far side. Back over to Thomas. Thomas into the corner to number 32, Roser. Back to Thomas. They're really looking underneath. Caldwell doing a good job with backside help on Eason. Long three, no good. Smiley fouled on the rebound. Caldwell tries to keep it inbounds with Riley, but they're going to say he stepped on the line trying to go for the loose ball.
We could get a little bit more help out of the officials in this game, Dennis.
Good job denying the ball to number 5, Eason, by Smiley, but the backside help with Branch and Frelick's really helping out on that also. And we saw that in the girls' game, a trip out front. Southwind goes down, goes out of bounds.
I guess tripping isn't a foul anymore.
We'll take it because we benefited from this one, but we saw that in the girls' game where we did not benefit from it. 1 minute, 1 second left in the third quarter. Fun one here at the Cab in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. They're going to wipe up a little perspiration at the far end of the court. 39-37 Southwind.
I don't know why you don't bend over and wipe the floor with your hand. Your foot is not as good a directional aid as your hand is.
And they also make the broom-style sweat moppers, if you will, for lack of a better term.
The Swiffers?
Yeah, they make those at every college and a lot of high school gyms.
And I bet the floor is not clean yet, Dennis.
And Caldwell County will bring it up. Under a minute to go in the third. Blaine takes it to the right side. Looking for Smiley underneath. He's double teamed. Gets it over to Branch. Branch off a screen. He's got to get rid of it. Back to Frelick. Frelick's top of the key. Coach K hollering out play number 4 to Riley. Riley underneath. Smiley, left-hand hook, no good. Eason rips the rebound away from Branch, and it's Southwind back the other way. Pretty good look by Caldwell County.
We got the shot we wanted.
Right. Smiley's made a ton of those in the last week or so. Didn't get that one to fall. Southwind playing for the last shot of the quarter. Leading by 2. Thomas out at midcourt circle. Underneath to Eason. Eason with the bump. Shot up. No good. Ball loose on the floor. 3 seconds for Blaine. Blaine hit. Throws it up from half court. No good. And after 3 quarters of play, a fun one here at the Cab. 39-37 Southwind over the Tigers. Back in 1 minute. You can follow Tiger Sports all season on yoursportsedge.com.
Hi, this is Clay Farless at Farmers Bank. Do you have a checking account? Of course, we all do. Is your checking account paying you 2.75% interest? That's right, 2.75% annual percentage yield on your checking account balance up to $15,000. All you have to do to qualify is use your debit card at least 12 times and check online banking or your mobile app once per statement cycle. Come by the bank and ask us about the Next Plus account today. You work hard for your money. We think that it's time that your money works hard for you. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
James Bond Roofing has been servicing the residents of Caldwell County for 25 years and has seen many years of Tiger sports accomplishments. They would like to wish all of the Tiger sports teams good luck this season. However, there are a couple players out there they are a little more partial to. So here's a big James Bond Roofing shout out to their very own Tiger football players, Ben Holt and Carter Jackson. Go get them, boys, and go Tigers!
Welcome back to the Cab. Fourth quarter coming up. Caldwell County and Memphis Southwind each scoring 11 points in that third quarter. Caldwell County still trailing by 2. Fourth quarter brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Memphis Southwind to inbound at side midcourt for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Easton gets it back underneath, shot up, no good off the back of the rim, ball loose, picked up by Southwind, shot again underneath, no good. Fralix goes high for the rebound. Gets it out to Blaine. Caldwell looking to run. Blaine pulls it down, takes it back out, tries to throw it across the court, falling down to Fralix, goes out of bounds. And another one of those turnovers at the wrong time for Caldwell County.
We've survived 3 tips on that possession down the floor.
Thomas brings it up the court for the Jaguars. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Memphis leads this one 39-37. Over to Russell, into the corner to Stewart. Just giving Thomas that three-pointer if he wants it. This time, shot up and in by Stewart from about 14 feet on the left wing. 4-point lead for Southwind.
I think there's that longest two-pointer of the day.
Yeah, everything has been within probably 5 feet of the bucket. Branch drives the lane, jump stop, up, blocked. Fralix comes back up with it. Now Riley back out front. Over to Fralix. Weave out front, Blaine. Blaine pulls up to Fralix, looking for Smiley underneath, guarded by Eason. Over to Riley. Riley's going to pull back from the elbow, no good. Looked like Southwind standing on the baseline, no call. They get it to Thomas. Thomas brings it up to Stewart. Stewart back out to Thomas. Hole open on the other side, closed up by the Tigers. Good recovery by Blaine. As Russell takes it, hands it back off to Thomas. 41-37 Southwind. Caldwell County coming out as high as they have all second half with Blaine to guard the ball. Now into the corner, back to Thomas, over to Russell, into the corner to Stewart. Stewart wanted to drive, closed off nicely by Caden Fralix. Inside to Tucker, back out to Stewart. Over to Thomas, thought about the three, pulls it back out. Southwind working some clock. Over to Stewart on the right wing. To Russell, left wing, back to Thomas. He'll try a long three, and good. I guess the law of averages says they're going to make one sooner or later, and they pull one at an inopportune time for Caldwell County. Lead out to 7 again for Southwind. Branch tries to drive, a lot of body contact on the guard by Thomas, and Thomas is going to get called for the foul. Only the third of the half for Southwind. Caldwell County will put it in play along the side. And it's going to be Blaine to put it in play. Into the corner to Branch. Branch underneath the Smiley. Smiley drops it off to Fralix. Fralix has it blocked, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2 Goodwin Insurance free throws. Very unselfish play by Smiley. He was guarded underneath by Eason. So Fralix with 2 free throws. First one up and good.
Caden is getting his free throw stroke down. Was 100% over in Union County the other night.
Second one off the rim and good. Full timeout called after the make by Coach K. We'll take a minute break and be right back. This is Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
We all perspire, and Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what we need. We need our clothes clean. We need them clean now. Farmers Dry Cleaners opens at 6:30 on weekdays. I drop mine off on the way to work. But if I'm running late, they stay open until 6 p.m. so I can just run them by after work too. They always have them ready within 24 hours. Just remember they're closed on the weekends. Farmers Dry Cleaners knows what's important, making me look good. Because if I don't look good, they don't look good.
If you've been injured in an automobile accident, getting paid for your injuries, for your lost wages, and for your pain and suffering can be difficult. Attorney Matt Schock in Princeton, Kentucky can help. Call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT. Attorney Matt Schock is an experienced personal injury attorney. Initial consultations are free, so call him at 270-365-MATT. That's 270-365-MATT.
This is an advertisement.
Welcome back to the Cab. 5 minutes and 21 seconds left in the game. To inbound the ball is Memphis Southwind. They'll bring it the length of the court, and for the call, here's Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. 44-39. Memphis Southwind leads this one with the ball and 5:18 on the clock. Caldwell County is going to go a little 3-2 zone, bringing Smiley all the way out with Eason. Memphis works it around, trying to hit Eason underneath, tipped away by Fralix. Smiley comes up with it, gets it back out to Blaine, and that's a good job by Caldwell County. Instead of forcing something, just trying to run with the ball, they pull it back out, keep the possession, and try to work for a good percentage shot. Pass underneath to Riley. Riley spins, has it blocked. Ball loose, knocked away by Southwind. It'll stay Tiger basketball.
I bet Memphis Southwind has had at least 10 blocks in this game, Dennis.
Yeah, you're going 6'6", 6'4", 6'4" on that back line.
And
you get away from our post, and we're doing good to hit 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, and jumping ability on top of their height.
Branch on the right wing. Look for a cut. Now it's Fralix from the free throw line off the rim. Smiley up for the rebound. Over to Branch for three. In and out. Ball still loose on the floor. And collision underneath by Fralix and Branch. And it's going to be a foul on the other end on the floor. Branch and Fralix both went for the ball loose on the other end and collided. Fralix going to tough this one out and wave off Coach K, but I think Sparks is going to come in and at least let the trainer take a look at Caden Fralix. So Jabrion Spikes into the ball game. They'll look at Fralix, but I'm sure he'll be back in pretty quickly.
He'll get 15 seconds and he'll be back.
Inside, shot up and in, and the foul. That's Devontae Tucker on the inbound play. Little 4-footer off the board, and he'll go to the free throw line. 46-39 now Southwind.
Edging out to a 7-point lead.
Free throw up by Tucker, good. So Caldwell County with the work cut out. 4:13 to go in the ball game. Down by 8. Jabrion Spikes into the ball game for Caldwell County. Gets it over to Blaine. Blaine to Branch. Branch was open, gave it up, had a closeout coming from Easton. Instead tries to work it underneath. Ball loose on the floor, and timeout called on the bench when Easton came up with it. I think it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be right back. 3:56 left in this one. Tigers down by 8. This is Tiger Basketball on WPKYonline.com.
Caldwell County sports coverage is brought to you in part by Cozy Living Interior and Boutique, Lawn Cutters Equipment LLC, Big John's Barbecue, Brentley Furniture, Bella Marie Boutique, Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, Fredonia Valley Bank, Great Wall of China, and by Farless Realty. Caldwell County Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, worldwide at WPKYonline.com, and on your free WPKY app.
And welcome back to the Cab. 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the game. Caldwell County trailing by 8 points, and Memphis Southwind with the basketball and bring it the length of the floor. And for the call, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob Thomas, to bring it up court for Southwind. He'll be picked up by Spikes. Fralix at the scorer's table, ready to check in. 2-3 zone. Spikes fronting. They're trying to bring Eason up. Free throw line high. Caldwell County's leaving one player back to front him. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be Caldwell County basketball. Turnover Southwind.
4 turnovers in the second half for Southwind, 5 for the Tigers.
Out of that 2-3 zone, they're fronting Eason with one of the 2 front players, and you've got all that backside help. Eason not really a factor here in the second half so far. Great job by the Tigers. And we'll see if they can trim into this 8-point lead. Weave out front. They get it over to Blaine. Blaine feeds it down to Smiley. Had a player on his back. Ball comes loose. It's going to be a tie-up. Possession arrow will stay Caldwell County. But, Bob, I don't know how that pass went into Smiley, and you got a guy draped all over him trying to get the arm around him. There's got to be contact. I thought Smiley had good position. Now, if he didn't have good position, you could look the other way on that one. But
and that's why the pass went in. He had good position, but
yeah, he had his man sealed off.
Right, he wasn't going to do anything with the ball. When he was at the free throw line when all this took place.
So they get the sweat mopped up.
Swiffered up, or whatever the adjective verb may be.
Gatorade toweled up, I guess. Fralick's to put it in play for Caldwell County's. Gets it over to Smiley, out to Blaine. To Spikes. Fralick's thought about the 3 from the wing. Gets it out to Blaine. Still a lot of time left in this one. Just over 3 minutes to go. Riley out front to Spikes. Spikes to Blaine. Into the corner. Riley drives baseline. Shot up and in, and the foul. Riley drove baseline, went underneath the basket, up and in off the board. Farmers Bank shot, and he'll be at the free throw line.
That's some kind of an award, Dennis. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, let's give that the quick cut of the ball game.
Yes.
What do you say, Bob?
Yes, absolutely.
3 minutes to go in the game. Free throw up off the rim and no good. This one's going to go off of Southwind and stay Caldwell County basketball. .259 to go in the ball game. Caldwell within 6. Fralick's to put it in play. Goes all the way back out. This one tipped away and stolen by Southwind. Put the shot up, no good. But nobody back for Caldwell County as Thomas comes away with it.
Crucial turnover for the Tigers on that particular play.
We've had 3, I think, tonight that have just been really crucial, like you said. Eason with the shot underneath, tried to back in Fralick's. Good job by Fralick's defensively. Eason misses, and it's Caldwell the other way. Trying to go to Spikes in the corner, deflected out of bounds. Branch is going to come back into the ball game, probably Spikes if I had to guess. Instead, no, it's Riley that he's coming in for. Fralick's to put it in bounds. To Branch. Branch up, no good. Branch tried to go for the rebound. That one, say it stays in on the save. Fralick's comes up with it. Spikes with the long 3, good. Jabrion Spikes with a Little Caesars Pizza 3-pointer. And the Tigers back in a one-possession ball game, down by 3 with 2:11 to go. Caldwell County switches man-to-man. Branch out front. Now they go over to Russell. Russell underneath the Eason along the baseline, up and in for number 20, Devontae Tucker. And he's called for a cheap foul.
Oh, what is
with Smiley?
What's going on here?
Wow.
I've seen it all now, Dennis.
Free throw, no good. Smiley with a good rebound position, comes down with it. 49-44 Southwind. Spikes headed out front, thought about the 3. Coach K pulls it back out. Still 1:43 to go. Spikes into the corner to Blaine. Back to Spikes. To Smiley, top of the key. 3, good. Little Caesars 3-pointer for Cole Smiley. Coach K calls a quick timeout. It's a full one. We'll take a break and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
Hi, this is Clay Farless at Farmers Bank. Do you have a checking account? Of course, we all do. Is your checking account paying you 2.75% interest? That's right, 2.75% annual percentage yield on your checking account balance up to $15,000. All you have to do to qualify is use your debit card at least 12 times and check online banking or your mobile app once per statement cycle. Come by the bank and ask us about the Next Plus account today. You work hard for your money. We think that it's time that your money works hard for you. Farmers Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Cab. Minute 35 to go in the game here. And inbounding the ball, bringing the length of the floor is Memphis Southwind. And for the call here, my teammate Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. This is why we've got the best part-time jobs in the world right here. A game like this one coming down to the wire. Southwind inbounds it. Caldwell County full court man pressure. Riley's going to back off of Thomas, pick him up at half court with 1:28 to go. And Southwind up by 2 with the ball.
He just barely got the ball across the 10-second line.
Thomas drives baseline, gets it back out to Russell. Russell hands it back off to Thomas. Southwind looks like they're content to use a little bit of clock.
I believe I'd put these kids on the free throw line and see what they could do.
Yeah, let them run it all the way down and then foul them late. I'm with you. Come up with a steal if you can. Southwind, Russell baseline, gets it back out to Stewart.
And Tucker's the one that's...
Stewart got away with a walk down underneath to Easton. A charge! Andre Easton finally got the ball in the lane. But great defensive pressure or presence by Caden Fralix. Got position right in the middle of the lane. Easton bowled over Fralix, and Caldwell County with a chance to tie or take the lead. 51 seconds left to go in the ball game. Jabrion Spikes, weave out front. They get it to Blaine. Blaine off a screen from Branch, gets it to Spikes. Spikes thought about the drive, back out to Blaine. 35 seconds to go in the ball game. Blaine out front. Blaine drives the lane, floater in, no good, ball loose. Rebounded by Memphis Southwind. Then they get it to Thomas. Thomas fouled on the play. Not a bad shot. He got some pretty good penetration.
But that's only the 6th foul for the Tigers, so no free throw shooting on this particular foul. Or maybe there is.
Oh, they're going to say, yeah, that's our 7th now. So it will send Vincent Thomas to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus. Smiley checks into the ball game for Spikes. 23.2 on the clock.
Who is that number 1?
That's Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, number 11, Vincent Thomas.
So far not been at the line today at all.
Free throw good. Still a 1-possession ball game. This one a big one. Thomas, one of those players that does not really toe the line. You've got several inches back from where he stands for the free throw. Second free throw up and good. So a 4-point lead as Caldwell gets it into Blaine. Caldwell County's got to have some urgency, down by 4. Blaine drives, gets it over to Branch. Branch looking to do something with it, puts up a forced 3, rebound Southwind, and the Tigers have to foul. And Branch finally does. He'll put Stewart at the line. Bob, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard before this free throw. Scoreboard brought to you by Goodman Funeral Home of Princeton. They are new to the Princeton but have years of service. Beautiful yet very affordable funeral and memorial services. Look at the scoreboard, has 7.2 seconds left in the ball game. Memphis Southwind with a 51-47 lead. And they'll send number 2, Torian Stewart, to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus.
Stewart is 2 for 2 at the line today, so.
Possession arrow also in favor of Southwind. So a great effort, looking a little bit bleak at this point for Caldwell County, but man, what a game after Caldwell County fell behind in this one, 14-2 out of the block.
And that was a 14-0 run by Memphis Southwind to start the game. Normally you sometimes
we
can't
got
recover.
The first 2 on a couple of free throws. I think it was a couple of free throws, and then after that it was all Southwind for a long time in that first quarter. Now it's Stewart at the free throw line. Still no more than a 2-possession ball game after these anyway. Free throw up and in. So
Southwind has only missed 3 free throws the whole day, so they obviously a pretty decent free throw shooting team, much better at the free throw line than their outside shooting.
Stewart's second miss. Fralick's with the rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Southwind. 4.7 left and a 5-point lead for Southwind. You got to get something down the court. Somebody's got to come to the ball. 2 players back for Memphis. They get it into Blaine. Blaine has it knocked away at midcourt, and it's going to be,
I guess
they're going to say, no, it's stays Caldwell County ball. What it was, Thomas went out of bounds on the steal attempt when it was knocked away. He didn't establish himself, and he was the first person to come back in to touch it, but 1.7 as Caldwell is going to fall just a little short in this one, but a great effort this afternoon. Pass knocked away and goes through the hands, they say, of Trip Branch. Out of bounds, no time off the clock, but still just 1.7 seconds left, and Caldwell down by 5. Southwind dribbles it out, and that'll be the ball game. 52-47. Southwind defeats Caldwell County, but a great, great effort today by the Tigers as they drop to 4-6 on the season. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the Trilogy post-game show coming your way, so stay tuned. You're listening to Tiger Basketball in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Right now, come into KFC and get a free chocolate cake with a 10-piece meal. It's free. It's free chocolate cake. How else can I say it? It's a whole chocolate cake that you don't pay any additional money for. See, that's the arrangement. I don't know how else to explain this. You buy a 10-piece bucket meal. I slide an actual chocolate cake made a real actual cake across the counter. You take it, and we both go our merry ways. So come on down to KFC. Get your free cake today. It's finger licking good. Offer excludes 12-piece tenders meal, limited time only, participating locations.
The road to recovery from heart or lung complications starts at Caldwell Medical Center. Their skilled staff offer individualized outpatient treatment plans based on each patient's diagnosis to help minimize symptoms, reduce disability, and improve independence. All right here, close to home. For more information, visit caldwellmedical.com or call 270-365-0300. That's 270-365-0300.
Don't be left out in the cold this winter. Fortner Gas is ready to keep you warm. Fortner Gas is available 24/7 and will always take care of their customers when other companies leave people in the cold. Just contact Fortner Gas and schedule a propane delivery to your home or business. They want your business and will prove that to you. You can count on Fortner Gas in Princeton to keep you warm and toasty this winter. Doesn't that sound good? Fortner Gas, since 1951.
We've all heard the phrase, service above self, or servant's heart. There are some that actually live by this. We call these folks hometown heroes. Nominate your hometown hero by going to WPKYonline.com and clicking on Hometown Hero. They just may be recognized as the Hometown Hero of the Month.
It's all at your fingertips now at WPKYonline.com. Local video, local news, local sports, local weather information, and of course, contests. Plus, you can listen to us on your smart device. Just click the Listen Now button. We've made it easier to find your favorite information. WPKYonline.com.
For delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or in Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Stop in for delicious lunch or dinner. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant is open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potacina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
The teams are in the locker room. Time for a recap of tonight's action. The WPKY postgame show is on the air. You're listening to Caldwell County Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
And welcome back to WPKY coverage of the West Kentucky Hoops Classic a great one here this afternoon as the Caldwell County Tigers battle back, actually take the lead late in the ball game, but end up falling just short, 52-47 to Southwind High School out of Memphis, Tennessee. Bob, a good game there as there's a couple more Tennessee teams on the court getting ready for the next game, but a great job by the Tigers to battle back after being down 14-2 to start the ball game. This is the Trilogy postgame show brought to you by our friends at Trilogy Performance Sports, where you can get into shape and feel good at Trilogy. They are a family-friendly environment and offer a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals. And as always, I think it's still first 2 weeks are free at Trilogy Performance Sports. We're hoping to hear from Caldwell County coach Daniel Kukihiko here in the postgame. We'll see if he's able to make it out of the locker room and come up with us. But time now for the stats of the ball game. Stats are brought to you by Ackridge Farm Supply, Ace Hardware, a fourth-generation family business. They've been providing high-quality goods and services to West Kentucky farmers and homeowners since 1933. Now with stores in Fredonia and Eddyville to serve all of your needs. And Bob, I think a big stat that you're going to point out here is how Caldwell County denied the ball to big Andre Easton in that second half. Able to crawl back into this one and actually have a lead late or middle of the fourth quarter, but still a good effort by Caldwell County, but ends up in a loss for the Tigers, 52-47.
This team keeps improving, Dennis, that's for sure. If you throw out the first quarter of the game today, we actually win the game 43-38. So, but obviously you have to play all four quarters. Caldwell County trailing by 2 points at halftime, 28-26. We're outscored in the second half by Memphis Southwind 24-21, and that 2-point lead stretches out to a final victory margin for Memphis Southwind of 52 points. For Caldwell County, in double figures, Trip Branch leads the Tigers tonight with 16 points. He had 10 in the first half, 6 in the second half, had two two-point field goals and 4 3-point field goals for his 16. Also with 16 points is Adarius Riley with 11 in the first half and 5 in the second half. Adarius with 6 two-point field goals, and Adarius was 4 out of 6 from the free throw line for his 16 points. 6 points for Cole Smiley, 3 in each half. His last 3 coming on a big 3 late in the game that brought us back within one possession of the game. And 3 points for Jay Breon Spikes, a crucial 3 in the second half. Caldwell County, by the way, today with 6 threes in the game. 2 points for Jamarius Blaine, 2 points for Jude East, and 2 points for Caden Fralix, but his presence on the floor was highly important. Great defensive effort. His 2 points coming on 2 of 2 at the free throw line in the second half. For Memphis Southwind, as Dennis has pointed out, Eason was their leading scorer at halftime with 10 points. He only finishes the game with 12, with 2 in the second half. 12 points, 15 points for their player of the game, Devontae Tucker. 6 in the first half, 9 in second for his 15, and 11 for Torian Stewart. 6 in the first half, 5 in the second half for his 11. Drops down to 7 points for Isaiah Russell. 6 in the first half, 1 in the second. 5 points for Vincent Thomas, all coming in the second half, and 2 points for Kendall Rosser, his 2 coming in the second half. Caldwell County turns the ball over in the second half 7 times, total of 17 for the game. And Memphis Southwind with 8 turnovers at the first half, 6 in the second half, total of 14 for the game for Memphis Southwind. Caldwell County from the free throw line today was a little bit better than normal, 7 out of 11 in the 60% range. Memphis Southwind 9 out of 12 for 75%. Memphis Southwind with only 1 3-pointer today, that coming late in the game. Really could have been a nail a little bit in the coffin. Right. I think that took it from 4 up to 7 or 3 up to 6.
Yeah, I think that was Thomas on that had shot those 2 or 3 times today, but unable to convert on those. We gave them the shot actually in the second half, Bob, as they changed that zone. They pulled that zone defense back from the free throw line and in and really just dared Memphis Southwind to shoot those threes.
We did, and again, we were a little short in the rebounding. We were beaten on the second and third shots that Southwind had today, and obviously one thing we adjusted well was keeping Eason out of the paint in the second half. But Caldwell County improved again, another improved performance, I think, for the team, and it's going to be a great season for these kids yet. I mean, we're now 4-6, and we go back into action tomorrow night against Clarksville Northeast, another team that's got a lot of ability and staying power. So it's one of those things where you hope you play well, and we did play well today, Dennis.
Yeah, we came out really battled back, and it showed a lot of where these kids have grown, especially in the last week or two after that tough 0-5 start. So a good job by the Tigers today. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do the awards of the ball game for the Tigers, and then hopefully we'll have a chance to talk with Coach K if he's able to get up and talk with us a little bit here on the Trilogy postgame report. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
This is Carol at the Woodall Agency at 110 West Washington Street in the heart of downtown Princeton. Our agency is proud to have been a part of this community since 1907. We want you to come by and see us soon. We may be able to save you some money on your home, auto, motorcycle, or mobile home insurance. We offer discounts for good students, multi-policy, safe drivers, and many more. We appreciate our loyal customers, and we will work hard to make you feel like part of the Woodall Agency family. Call me today at 365-5541.
With First Southern Bank, your dream home may be closer than you think. At First Southern Bank, they believe that people matter, having spent over 35 years providing personalized service for real people from real people. Let their people work with you to get you in your dream home. Visit fsnb.net to learn more. First Southern Bank, Princeton. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 409424.
Did you get some Christmas cash, or you just need to save some cash after Christmas? Either way, you can save big and make your money go further with our After Christmas sale going on now. Save an additional 20% off your total order in our Big Deal store. No code needed. Visit WPKYonline.com now and visit our Big Deal store to make your money go farther when you save big on great deals today.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports. Trilogy is a family-friendly environment that offers a wide range of classes to reach your fitness and well-being goals. Whether you're into yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, or weightlifting, Trilogy has something for the whole family. Family discounts available, and your first 2 weeks are free. Located in Princeton behind Cash Express. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports.
Back at the Cab on the Trilogy postgame show. Caldwell County loses a tough one tonight, 52-47 to Southwind out of Memphis in the West Kentucky Hoops Classic. Continuing on with the Trilogy postgame show, hoping to get a word in with Coach K and maybe one of the players coming up. Bob, let's go ahead and go to the players of the game and the awards for the